Welcome to the club. Today is the day that we have been waiting for. Buvey, today's the day that Scotland go out of the tournament, correct?
Yeah, they come fourth with 1 point like they did 4 years ago, and they've never been to the knockouts of European football or even World Cup football, and I cannot wait.
What's your beef? Why are you
Because why are you like this?
My issue is,
what is wrong with
here's
you?
my issue. It's pretty simple. They want us to fail, the Scottish.
Yeah.
I don't mind the little old Scottish, the Celtic Rangers, fantastic little league that no one watches. I don't mind. I don't mind. But when they start slagging off England at every tournament when they're not involved, and the same with the Welsh and the Northern Irish.
You can't criticise two clubs that are bigger than your own, though.
Yeah, and probably Celtic are bigger than yours. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
it don't matter.
I'm in a similar position as Buvey, but coming at a different kind of energy. I agree that the fact that it's more disrespectful for an England fan to look at the rivalry and dismiss it than it is to say I want them to lose. I want Scotland to lose, but that's my position as an England fan. I should, because they are the enemy, right?
But
they are rivalry, and it's a respectful thing to hate.
You kind of softened on them because they're not as good.
But the thing is, they're only the enemy.
No.
They're only the enemy, as you refer to them, because of the way... I love Steve Clarke. Steve Clarke was one of my first heroes. Like in the first Chelsea team that I fell in love with, Steve Clarke was a right back and certainly one of the better players in that team. I have so much time for Billy Gilmore. I want to like Scotland, but they do hate us.
Yeah, they make it really difficult,
Yeah.
man. I'm sorry. Andy Murray coming out and saying,
Paraguay.
you know, I'm sorry, you're losing
Exactly.
points. It's
Yeah.
difficult enough already.
But
Yeah.
I'm
they
struggling. Let's just talk about this for a second. Hold on. What do Scotland offer the world? Because it's not on the football pitch, really, the
I
quality.
mean, they're great people.
They're great people.
They are great
That's-
people.
We'll give them a tick.
Great
We'll give
football
them a tick for
managers.
great-
Good
The
city.
Scottish,
Great football
Excellent
managers.
cities.
That's
The
the
Scottish
best thing to
managers.
come out of
the
Scotland.
Scottish people are
Football
my favourite people on earth as
No,
a
they're
group.
not.
Yeah.
Disgraced politicians.
I've been to Scotland
Great
many
comedians.
What? Hold on, it's not adding up. Why do you want them to
Great
lose?
comedians.
Yeah, if you
so
love
much?
them so much.
times. On a
Yeah, why don't you emigrate to Edinburgh?
on a footballing sense, it's a different conversation, isn't it? I'm just talking as a people. I want them to be happy until the football
The
starts.
football's not making them happy, though.
No,
I just
They
find
look
it
quite
so
happy. Look happy at
frustrating.
Oh,
England
actually, now could be a different story.
They were better last
But
game.
you know, if Scotland fans were just a tiny bit more sympathetic to the plight of England, if they were just a little bit nicer, I don't even expect them to like
It would be
support us.
easier.
I just
fucking
do you know,
hate us.
mate. Do you know how much they hate us? Do you know when they spoke about the biggest Scotland football legend of all time?
Scott Gemmell.
Answer this question. I'll give it. It's a quiz for you all. Can you all please answer the question? And I have the official answer to this. The biggest Scotland football legend of all time.
Player only.
Dennis Law.
Related to football.
Dennis Law.
Completely
Yeah.
football, obviously. Yeah. So the biggest
it's
football.
not. It's not a Scottish player, is it?
The biggest Scottish football legend of all time. Who is it?
Sorry, Ferguson.
Ali McCoy.
And Sir Alex
Do you know what?
Ferguson
Do you know what they
is a manager.
voted? Do you know what the answer was? Diego Maradona.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's not Scottish. I knew it.
That's
Did they?
so pathetic.
That's a fact.
I kind of rate it
That
a
was
little
like
bit,
an
though.
international.
I hate these lot.
Bitterness.
I hate these
Knows
lot.
no end.
I hate these lot.
Yeah, that's
Maradona.
They've got great players as well.
Who?
Like in their history, like
Yeah,
you
they
know,
do, yeah.
you look at
Who?
Alan Hansen.
Yeah,
Graham
Kenny
Souness.
Dalglish,
Kenny
Graham
Dalglish.
Souness. Yeah, they've had some fantastic players. No
They've had a
doubt.
few.
Like, as we watch
Alan
this,
Brazil.
Ali
yeah,
McCoy.
as we watch
Yeah, that was a great team.
this Scotland game, if they go 1-0 down, are you jumping up and cheering? Is it that level?
I am now. You.
No, I'm not, because it's like Tottenham. You know,
Oh, God.
when the level is a little bit below, you start to feel sorry for them. It's a little bit like, go on, just give them a little
Don't say
hand-me-down.
that. Hugh, don't do that. Let's
It's not really a rivalry, is
By the
it?
way, you said the
Hugh,
other
this
day
is not-
that he doesn't see Spurs as a rival.
They're not. Come on, be serious.
I
I don't know
want.
why are you doing this already?
I'm not-
We've only been in
no,
2
no, no,
minutes.
no, no.
Because Flav's here, innit? I just want to know what Flav feels about that.
No, I don't. I'm not going to entertain this conversation because we're talking. This is about Euros
What's
at the moment.
Spurs' biggest
Wait,
rival?
All
be
right,
serious,
no, all right. Do you know what? It's so good that we've got you here, Flav, because I heard something while I was scrolling on the old internet,
Yeah.
interwebs.
Oh God.
You've turned into Rory, by
Apparently-
the internet.
Saka shouldn't be starting for England.
I made an observation. I made a suggestion.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you say? Cole
And
Palmer
Rooney,
to start.
Rooney cut you down.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He knows a lot more about football than me.
Did Rooney cut you in half? Yeah.
Not really. He just sort of looked at me and sort of went like this. You fucking idiot.
Did he?
Sort of. Yeah.
So what
but
was your suggestion? No Saka Palmer.
No, yeah. So my suggestion was don't start Saka. Start Foden in his more comfortable position on the right hand side where he can float in.
Yeah.
And either force Saka out into a position he's not comfortable in, or just don't start him and put Gordon.
And Rooney basically went, no, mate,
Everyone
starts.
Everyone did. The whole internet said I was an imbecile. But it did rattle some Arsenal fans. So,
Including you.
Hugh, you watching that and actually giving a shit what I think? Seriously.
I mean, it was just brilliant to
You're
see.
giving the game away here, Flav. Stop it.
It was brilliant to see.
Stop giving a shit about what I think. Not just you.
It was brilliant to see one of my peers sat next to a true icon of the game and just.
You talking about Rooney sat next to Flav?
Exactly. And
I've had a few DMs from Arsenal fans.
Do you know what though? It happened to me here. Flav has managed to get under my skin today. I was watching a very similar clip. And you were playing this game. It's very watchable whilst I was on the tube. And I was on the tube surrounded by Taylor Swift fans, and I was like, I need some respite here. Flav's on the internet, brilliant. And Flav was playing this game of like winner stays on. So I say a player, you then pick that player, and then I'll say other players until I say
Two
one
players,
better.
and you keep changing one.
Until I say,
whoever
well,
you-
yeah.
Winner stays on.
And do you know what really, really got to me? It went Mbappe, and Flav said Mbappe is the best. And then the alternative was Ruud Gullit. And Flav went Mbappe. I was like, it really got to me. I was like, no, Ruud Gullit is best. As of today, look, I don't know how this is going to end. When we have the conversation in a decade when Mbappe retires, we can certainly talk about Mbappe being better than Ruud Gullit potentially. But as of today, I'm convinced that the answer is Ruud Gullit. And because I love Ruud Gullit so much, it really wound me up.
Yeah, but maybe
and then I
that's-
had to remember, I was like, he's my mate, and he hasn't really thought about this. So why am I about to? You know, I actually replied on Twitter and then deleted it. I was like, stop! I deleted the reply.
Look, it's a conversation. You can have a conversation about it either way. People could make an opinion about Mbappe and Ruud Gullit. I didn't really care enough to really think about it at the time.
Well, you should have done because it wound me up.
Yeah, but then I also got the opportunity to say Kane was better than Mbappe and
for God's
and Shearer.
sake, man.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not.
It matters to me.
Kane is
Every
better.
time.
is that where we are?
Yeah,
better than
that's our industry.
Kane is better.
That's our industry.
Just say it. Just say it. It doesn't matter.
Kane is better than Shearer. I think he is.
Yeah.
But when you
no,
say
because
Aguero
when
and
you,
Rooney-
when you first said it,
Huh?
who was the other player you said? Kane's better than?
So when Mbappe and I said Shearer is better than Mbappe,
But not Rooney.
Shearer's better.
I said Shearer's better than Rooney.
What?
That's just opinions.
What's wrong with you, man?
What's he better
It's
at?
not so you're looking at me like I'm an imbecile.
mental.
It's a conversation. It's a fair conversation. You can have a conversation about Rooney
It's
and
a
Shearer.
short conversation, though, isn't it?
Is it what Shearer and Rooney?
Okay. I think Rooney's the
So
greatest.
see,
I would say
there is a
Mbappe and either of them is a short conversation.
over them.
Yeah.
Under
What,
them.
Mbappe versus Rooney?
Yeah.
Mbappe
You
is
still think
never
it's
over.
Rooney?
Yeah, yeah.
Or you think it's Rooney or Mbappe?
Rooney is way below Mbappe. Yeah.
What?
Below.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%.
What?
Rooney was great. Don't get me wrong. He's
I
one of
think
the best
Rooney
we ever
is
created.
so clear of
but-
Mbappe as of today. When in a decade's time, when Mbappe's retired and he's won multiple Champions Leagues at Real Madrid, it could be a different story. But today, judging it literally today, what Mbappe has done up until today, and judging Rooney on his whole career, I think Rooney is so far clear of Mbappe. It's not even a conversation.
Miles Hugh.
I
think
mean,
it's Miles.
maybe for
quicker than
sort
Rooney.
of
He's
honours
quicker than Rooney.
so far. Yeah,
He's not a better
maybe
finisher than
Not
Rooney.
even
Maybe
based on
that's it.
honours, based on just players.
He's not a better
Way
finisher.
more-
Rooney
No,
can
no,
drop
no.
deep
Way
and link
more on
up
his
play
luck
better.
than Mbappe, man.
Rooney off the ball's better. His work rate's off the ball in terms of physicality in the challenge. He's not as quick as Mbappe. That's about it.
I'd debate whether he was like the best at United at the time, let alone.
But
That's
Ronaldo's
because
better
of the
than
brilliance
both.
of Cristiano Ronaldo.
But
Rather
Ronaldo's
than,
better than both.
I
But
think
I have Mbappe in the conversation.
But
with
if
Messi
Mbappe was playing for a team with Chris,
Yeah,
but if Mbappe was playing for a team with Cristiano Ronaldo in it, Mbappe would be the best player in the team.
Nah, man.
I personally have him up there. Yeah.
yeah. So what I
crazy.
said wasn't so crazy. Was
To
it?
win the World Cup at 18 and score from outside the box, to be scoring hat tricks
He never won
in the
that World
next
Cup.
World Cup. It doesn't matter, man.
He
Doesn't
never
matter.
won that. Of course that matters.
No, it's
What's
okay.
that matter?
You can score a hat trick in the final and not win, and it still be an amazing
No, I'm not on
performance.
about that one. I'm on about you've just basically gone like he won the World Cup at 18. He didn't like win that World Cup at 18.
Well, his goal did, technically. It's the goal that put them up. So.
But that whole team was class. Like,
He had a massive influence in.
I mean, he's the first
Paul
name.
Pogba had a massive
He's the first name.
influence.
on the
N'Golo
team
Kante
sheet.
had a
I know he
massive
did.
influence. Like all these different players had as much of maybe even more influence.
For
than
me,
Mbappe
club
on that
success
team.
is more important than international because of the nature of it. You can be a great player and play for
Also
a
helps
country with
when
no
you're Man City
representation.
fan
Look at
having
Gareth
that
Bale, for
conversation,
example. Yeah, no, look at Gareth Bale playing for Wales. So you can't always choose who you play for. Rooney's club career is infinitely better than Mbappe's right now as we speak. Guy's been playing 10 years in the French league. Never won the Champions League. Rooney won the Champions League.
Rooney,
2008.
despite his brilliance, Rooney is one of the most underappreciated footballers around.
Even by Man
not.
United fans.
feel like
Even
he
by Man
is.
United.
No, he's not.
like he
He's
is.
loved and he's a hero. Well, he's like great
But
player.
I think this conversation,
People
Hugh, is a good example
Many
of
great
it.
players.
Hugh, I believe this conversation is a good example of it because you watch an awful lot of football. You have a great understanding of the game,
And
yet
as
you
much
think
as,
Mbappe's
as
better.
much
And I
as-
just
yeah,
don't even see
because
it.
when Rooney appeared, I can remember at the time being shocked at his talent for his age, and I've had exactly the same thing, but at a whole new stratospheric level with Mbappe. I've never seen anything like him, man. Never.
So I was.
He's like Henri's regen, but just improved.
Can I ask you a
He's
question
much more
here?
elite in a load of ways.
Do you know what, Hugh? The question here
100%.
is a touch.
He's well ahead of Henri's level
Maybe
at his
let's
age.
see what he-
He's well ahead of Cristiano's level at his age, man.
Not
think
Ronaldo. Not
I mean,
But-
go back and see where they were at
Is
his age.
it fair to say that, Hugh, when he's actually never done it in
The Champions
in one of the
League,
best?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, he's never done it in
We'll see
even
next
close
year
to being the
with Real
best league
Madrid.
in the world. So how can you possibly be better than one of the best players in the world to have ever lived when you've never actually competed in the top league? Like, can you be the best player in the world when you haven't played in the best league in the world?
Yeah, I think so. Messi didn't play outside of Spain for a while.
that was
No,
the
but
best league in
Spain
the
was the
world.
best league in the world at the time.
Not for the
was.
whole time that he was
Barcelona
there.
won 5 out of 8 Champions Leagues.
I don't know whether that's again a great way to judge it, but the Prem is not the be all and end all, man. I think English fans have got their head
No,
up their
no, I
arses
agree.
as far
I
as
think
how
that
good
when
the league
Messi
is,
played
the
in La
quality of the
Liga-
league is, the quality
But
of the
then
players.
we've given
The
European
league's
competition.
probably made
Wayne Rooney won the Champions League.
better because of the foreign players that
But
we
Rooney
brought
got
to
past
to the country.
an incredible array of incredible European sides to win the Champions League. And Mbappe's never even won the Champions League.
Yeah, again, I don't see that as
He
the be
will,
all and
when-
end
he
all
will
as
get there. When
he's
judging
gone
a
to Real
player.
Madrid,
I
we
know
don't know.
this is what City have done, man. Unfortunately, it's like.
What's that got to do with Rooney being better than Mbappe, though?
Well, let me finish, and I'll tell you this. Like, Manchester City fans have rendered people like Flav sort of pointless.
Oh.
Look how you're not
No, but
adding
I've always
anything to the
thought that.
conversation because it's like, because none of your players have won a trophy in God knows how long,
Yeah.
suddenly it's like they're completely null and void.
This is the conversation
That
I've been
isn't-
having for the last
that
10
isn't-
years.
That isn't realistic.
This isn't a modern.
This is
look,
computer game
I like
stuff.
I like
They
attacking
were great-
Buvey.
they were
I like
great
I like
players.
attacking Buvey, and I like attacking City. But none of this is new. We've always prioritised victory. We've always prioritised silverware. It's not a
but
Man
if the
City
silver-
thing.
but
and
the
it's not a
point
Buvey
being,
thing.
But
If the
even if you
silverware
just
is
take
being
away
won by
silverware,
one
Wayne
side
Rooney's a
over the-
better player than Kylian Mbappe.
If City is winning,
Like,
have
I
been
don't get
basically
it.
winning everything for the last God knows how long, that then renders a whole generation or this
But
generation.
City aren't the first
like
side to
null and
dominate a
void.
generation. In the 90s, United dominated. Whether for right or for wrong, I think arguably organically they dominated in the 90s. They were great players at Aston Villa. They were great players at Everton, at Leeds United.
Liverpool dominated
Got
the
nothing
80s.
to do with Man City if Wayne Rooney's better than Mbappe, which he clearly is because he's achieved more at club level.
you
than
also
You're
said
Mbappe.
contradicting
he's up
yourself. You're
there with
contradicting
Rooney,
yourself.
Ronaldo,
Like you're
and
saying,
Messi.
there's players who are great who didn't win anything, and then you're saying you can't be great without
But you're
winning
saying
anything.
you're saying Man
Like,
City is
the
skewed
Champions
everyone around
League
this table's
shouldn't
opinion
be the
about-
be all and end all to
No, but I
judge.
also said that if you take pure trophies away from it, Wayne Rooney's a better footballer than Kylian
Can you
Mbappe.
give one attribute
might
better?
be- he might be a
also
more
said-
well-rounded
forget
player,
Wayne
for
Rooney.
sure,
You also said
for
he's
sure.
the only player. Sorry, I don't want to put.
He
words
might
in
be
his
a
mouth.
more
But
well-rounded
you
player,
said that
but there are
Mbappe is the
elite
closest thing to
attributes
Ronaldo
that
and Messi. Like,
this is what we're doing.
even that's bizarre to me. Like, how can you say that? Like, look at what Ronaldo and Messi have achieved, and even if you look at their abilities as well, Mbappe ain't nowhere near that. And you're gonna have to do it in more
I think
than
Mbappe in the future may become. There's no doubt about it.
Oh,
Going
yeah.
to Real Madrid, the platform that Real Madrid offer, the amount of Champions Leagues that he's going to win, and the natural talent within him that is now going to shine in this new iteration of Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. But I find it very uncomfortable to call Kylian Mbappe the best player in the world when he hasn't even played in the best league in the world. And
And then
therefore,
saying that is Man City's fault.
Anyway, it's an interesting one that I'm sure will rumble on. In terms
I mean,
of Scotland,
look, hold on a second. Right. Is there a team in the world he doesn't get into? In
different era of
any
football.
of the
He
front
starts
three
for everyone. He
positions
starts
in
for every
world
side in the
football?
world.
I think every team would make sure that he gets into that team on some level.
Was that ever the case with Rooney?
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
Rooney
think
gets in.
multiple occasions?
Rooney
United were the best
2000
side in the world.
In 2009, every single team in the world would have had Wayne Rooney. Is that fair?
Many years, like just
Yeah, I know. I've picked 09 as an example because 09 was a year where
07,
where
06.
Manchester United didn't win the Champions League. So I think it's a good year to explore it because they weren't the best team in the world.
Barcelona, where would he have started for Barcelona? And that's Hugh's question, basically. Would he have started for that Barcelona side? There is a Sami Eto'o, Thierry Henry, Messi. It's an interesting one.
Would he have started?
Would he have started for Barcelona in 09?
Well, if you think about say the Barcelona team of 12, that was Alexis Sanchez, wasn't it? Rooney was a better player than Alexis Sanchez.
When they won the Champions League?
No, they didn't win it that year. Chelsea won it that year.
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea won the Champions League in 12, but Barcelona were
yeah. But then
Barcelona
Rooney
were
had fallen off
that
a
was
little
Pep's
bit.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Alexis Sanchez was playing for
fine
Barcelona.
margins.
But Rooney's a better player than. Like, I think Alexis Sanchez was a remarkable player, particularly in his Arsenal days. But Rooney was a better player than Alexis Sanchez, and Alexis Sanchez was playing games for Barcelona.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, of course.
Is that fair?
100%.
Interesting. We'll see how it goes for Kylian Mbappe though. Focusing now on Scotland.
See how it goes. 2 World Cup finals. He's going all right. Do you know what I mean? It's not
He's
bad.
going all right. He hasn't played in the best league in the world yet though.
Well, he's not going to play in the best league in the world for a while.
But he's playing for
Yes,
he's playing for the team that are the.
That's the
He's playing
Champions
in the
League.
league that are the current holders of the Champions League.
I guess Champions League is the most elite competition for him to be involved in. He's already done bits in the Champions League. His goal scoring record's not bad.
Yeah, it is.
No victories though.
No victories.
No victories.
Yeah.
No victories.
Yeah, another final. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll come.
No, it's not about is he a good player. It's about is he
Is he a
as
good
of
player?
today a better player than Wayne Rooney. That was where this conversation started.
I think we also put him up near Ronaldo or Messi. I think
Crazy.
that's even.
Yeah, I have him up with Cristiano and Messi for natural ability.
Is
sure.
he even ahead of Neymar?
Natural ability. I mean,
Not ahead of
Yeah,
Neymar.
he's,
50 better
I
with
mean, he's
natural
well,
ability.
well ahead of Neymar in terms
what
of
is his
impact.
natural?
at
I mean,
PSG.
we've debated about this for a while.
Literally carried
We've not actually labelled a quality of footballer that I think.
You've never seen one season from Mbappe that was better than Neymar in at Barcelona.
Yeah, I was.
You're not
I was,
watching a lot of Mbappe, clearly.
Yeah, I was making a point in terms
Yeah,
of
no one
technical.
wants to watch Ligue 1 as well. That's another big problem.
It's a debate that will rumble on. Focusing now on Scotland. Are they going to go through, Buvey? Not do you want them to? You've made your feelings on that perfectly clear. But are they going to make it
It's a
through?
great chance to beat Hungary. Hungary have been really poor this tournament, and they were good against Switzerland. They were good against Switzerland. They improved. If you get banged in the first game by Germany and then go into the second game and get a decent draw against a good Swiss side, then clearly they've got ability between games to improve. So they've got the chance to beat Hungary. There's no question about
and
that.
a victory will see them through.
Yeah.
A victory
4 points
will
is
see
great.
them through.
4 points. They bite your arm off for 4 points at the start of the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, victory, is that enough?
4 points.
With the
will-
third place rules,
Is it, though?
it should be.
Nobody's ever
Okay,
not
right.
gone through
It's
with
not a
4
guarantee,
points.
but it should
In this
be
new format, I think 4 points will virtually see you through, which is actually quite interesting with regard to the fallout about England. And don't get me wrong, I've been
Is
part
it
of the
four? Is
fallout.
it four?
4 points.
So four
No,
of the
14.
third place teams will go through.
Right.
At the moment, the top 4 have 1, 2, and 3
That's
points.
Austria, one of them.
Austria are the top of that at the moment.
Slovenia.
Slovakia, Slovenia, Albania, Czech Republic, and Scotland are even in with 1 point.
It's amazing how furious we are with England, and rightly so, totally justified. I'm part of it. But by this logic, we're furious, and England are through.
It's just the
Mate,
nature
you
of
lasted
performance,
5
isn't it?
minutes. The other day you were saying, let's get behind the boys. Let's get behind the
Hugh,
lads.
I'm going to say it
It's
again.
not the
though.
time to
I'm going to
criticise."
try. I'm going to try.
10 minutes into the game.
I'm gonna
Get
try-
him gone.
Yeah, but
I've had enough.
yeah, but you have to at least admire the what I'm trying to do. I'm doing my best. I don't think Southgate should be manager. I don't want Gareth Southgate to be manager. I think there are countless opportunities for him to be sacked. I think he should have probably been sacked. I think he should have almost certainly been sacked after what happened at Wembley. By the time we were losing to the Dutch in the Nations League and then what happened in Qatar, I think he was well gone. But we can't just sit here and blame Gareth Southgate for everything. Surely the mentality has to be try and support.
You've got to move past the conversation about Southgate now because everybody agrees that he's with this batch of players. We should be playing a brand of football so much more interesting to watch than what we've seen. It's not only just been, it's not even the lack of interest. It's been horrendously poor, and so. But and I think everybody accepts it. I think there's very few people now going Southgate is the guy.
Well, do you know what I think the problem
we
is?
have to move past it because what we can do is just complain
constantly
until,
blame Southgate,
complain
yeah.
and complain until we go out. It's just I don't know.
That is how this works, though. Sorry to like.
No, but
I don't have to do that.
but also as much as I don't want Southgate,
Right.
I really don't want Southgate. I think there is also a conversation to be had about player responsibility. You know, we've seen teams in the past with very limited managers win silverware. Chelsea were a kick away from winning the European Cup with Avram Grant as manager. Chelsea actually won the European Cup with player power. There are some experienced players here, and as much as I think Southgate needs to be replaced, he's totally out of his depth, and he is actually his own worst enemy. A lot of these players need to take a bit of responsibility. There was a player. Do you know there was a player-only meeting? Did you see that? I think it was reported in the
denied.
Telegraph.
Kane said it's nonsense.
Denied by Harry.
Kane said it was denied, but
So Harold.
surely
Spoken.
it's true, isn't it?
I mean, it'd be frightening if there hadn't been meeting.
There needs to be have a conversation about what is going wrong.
Yeah.
But an exclusive players-only meeting where Steve Holland and Gareth Southgate are
Do you
banned.
think the players
Quite
are
a
playing for the
statement.
manager? At this
Banned.
point? Or you know when you kind of know a manager's leaving? To me, when I was thinking about this,
They don't know he's
the other-
leaving, Ad.
No, that is not
There's
like
a,
the
there's a
club
mood
game, though, is
around
it?
it.
They don't know he's leaving.
I don't think they
Adam,
like his tactics. I think
in Qatar.
they're
Yeah,
starting
but
to get tired of
regardless,
this
you know
guy's
that you're
tactics.
playing for the country, you're playing for yourself, you're
But
playing
it's
for the fact you
all-
might
well,
be going down in history to be the
it's
fraud.
very easy to say that, but in practicality, it's not always the case. Is it? If the message you're getting from the leader is constantly a negative one and you don't agree with him, it's easy for people to chuck the toys out of the pram.
No, but that's
And we might-
I agree with you,
ideally
Adam.
we go,
Adam, I completely agree with you.
it's a tournament,
I
just put it
completely
aside,
agree.
but-
There is a major issue with this England team, and Gareth Southgate is culpable for a huge percentage of what's going wrong. But I would also say, and I think I was having this conversation with Flav in the pub, it's important to acknowledge that when the players do go out there and Phil Foden, let's use him as an example because he's getting a lot of stick. Some people are suggesting that he should be dropped. He hasn't turned it on. But even if he's totally underwhelmed with the manager, even if he's being played out of position, even if, what did you say, Flav? It wasn't lethargy. What word did you use? Apathy. You said there was an apathetic performance.
Yeah.
Even if all of that is true, what should happen is, you know, when Foden walks out there and he hears the anthem, and then there's 30,000 English fans who are singing their version of Bruce Springsteen for him.
Yeah. Sing it, go on.
Can't start a fire without a spark. Phil Foden's on fire. We'll be playing the Germans off the park. Like, surely when he hears that, 30,000 fans singing it,
I did see-
surely in that moment
I
he
saw-
should go, do you know what, I don't care about Southgate, I'm going to do the business.
I did see some reaction from him in the second game, though.
No, I thought he did well. He hit the post, didn't he?
Yeah, he hit the post. He was floating in, but it kind of felt like Kane was getting fed up with what his role was, and he was trying to get deep and get into the game. You had Foden starting to drift and kind of abandoning his position on the left-hand side. I don't know what is wrong with it. It's perplexing and confusing, and I don't know what the answer is. Is it that they just don't believe in Southgate? That's bollocks. They have to.
But who
just get on
cares
with
if you
it.
believe in the manager or not?
They
Who
have-
cares whether you believe in the manager or not? Just
No,
go win the game.
They can't, what I meant is they cannot. The excuse for their performance cannot be a lack of faith in the
Footballers
manager.
are human, right? And if over a course of time, and you could even argue they've seen some of their mates dropped, so now heads are dropping. The message you're getting is constantly a negative one. You're not getting the best out of players. Phil Foden's getting it left, right, and centre. All these different things. It's easy to get tired.
But
of
it's
the
easy.
message.
But it's easy to fix that. Win 3-0.
Which they could well do.
But if you feel the manager like,
Yeah, but why
we've
do- why
seen
does any
England
club
go
sack a
1-0 up
manager?
and sit back.
Yeah, they're a
If
massive.
if that's how you're being asked to play, I refuse to believe that
Why
players are
does
doing that.
any club ever sack a manager? Because like Crystal Palace at the start of the season, they were absolutely shocking. And it's the same group of players, the exact same group of players, basically no transfer activity with Oliver
Apart from
Glasner. They're
Wharton,
like a
yeah.
different side, a whole different side. So Southgate, if we had a better manager, even Oliver Glasner, any Premier League manager would get a better tune out of these lot.
Kane said something as well in that interview. It was like, you got to understand the players see it. We've seen all this stuff on social media, so there's no way they haven't seen the hate for Southgate. They must.
Well, did you see Gary Lineker? Did you see Harry Kane? I thought he handled the conversation very well.
Oh, Lineker
But
swiping at Kane.
What did you make of that?
What I think Lineker said
and
was
Shearer.
Lineker said, the quote was, Lineker said England was shit.
Right.
And,
I never saw that.
yeah,
Sorry.
you know, he does a podcast. In that podcast, he said, obviously not on the BBC, on his podcast, the quote is, he said, England was shit.
I saw the criticism of which was quite detailed and quite thought out that he had of Kane dropping deep. That's what I thought this was a reaction to because
He
went
did that
quite
as
in
well.
on
Said that on
Harry
the
Kane.
BBC.
And I thought
He
that
did
was
that as
even
well.
if you disagree with him, he didn't really. But if he said that,
Yeah, he said England was shit, and then
He's not wrong.
Harry Kane. No, he's not wrong.
He's got
Did he use that
responsibility. He's got
exact-
responsibility
Did
for
he use
not
that
talking
is he
like
not
exact
just a
word?
fan?
Yeah.
He should not be
Is he
talking
not
like
just
that.
a fan?
No, because he
sounded
works
like
for the BBC. He
He
works
sound-
for the BBC. It's more than that.
He sounded
You have
like a fan.
journalistic
If Jamie
standards.
Carragher said it, would we be saying?
I think any
probably
player.
be easier
I thought,
for him to say,
look,
yeah.
the difference between us and Gary Lineker is the responsibility that Buvey mentioned. I think that is significant, but also nobody more than Lineker understands the pressure of playing for England, the responsibility, the weight of the shirt. So for Harry Kane as England captain to hear one of presumably Harry Kane's idols, played for Tottenham, Gary Lineker, goal scorer Gary Lineker, one of his idols call his performance by extension shit without understanding, without critique, just literally labelling it shit. I do think it's...
But that's if you take that quotation in and of
He
itself.
did
like we
go
just
into
said,
some degree. He did.
Gary Lineker has detailed critique.
Yeah,
of
he's been
England's
taken
performance.
completely out of context. They didn't pull up the whole quote. He's gone into more detail than you've said.
He definitely
and also,
did. He
He
definitely
does
did.
understand.
What did he say then?
He's
What is the
played-
detail? I'm just asking. I don't know. What is the detail?
He was talking about the position.
No,
he was
well,
taking
like,
up.
he said that him dropping deep's making it easy for the defenders.
No, but that was on a different thing. That was on that was
on the
But
his.
he still come from the same man, right?
It came from the same
And
man.
I'm guessing in the podcast he didn't just go, "Well, England was shit." Move
No,
on.
but okay,
It's rubbish.
Who did he
maybe you think it's
criticising?
okay.
We're always talking about how robotic and boring and fucking
just came-
media trained people are. They've
It
let
came
go for a
across as
second.
I found it odd the way where this suddenly because for decades he's been Gary Lineker as we know, and then suddenly was this. It was like he was rattled by the performance and he just couldn't keep it in. Same with Shearer on the co-coms. He was right about everything he was saying. But it just came across like, wow, I haven't heard him talk as emotionally as
You could see he was actually struggling to get it out. I think.
Shearer went right in on Foden as well.
He went in on everyone.
Went right in on Foden. He went
I don't
right
think
in
you
on
can have
Foden.
both.
I'm not saying he was incorrect
You
about
can't
what
be
he
doing the
said, which is
BBC.
jarring.
You can't be doing the BBC and then doing your podcast same day, slagging them off. Because the BBC is this big reputation. It's a public broadcasting company.
Yeah, but Gary's different, isn't he? Come on,
Is
we know
he?
that.
Why
No,
is he
is.
allowed to speak?
He
It's been
a
is.
long
He-
time since
We
he's
know
been
the rules are
It's
different for
different.
Gary.
If one of
Come
us
on.
say it on a YouTube stream or a TikTok, it's different. But if you're Gary Lineker
He has
and
been
you
quite
represent,
political, though, isn't he,
you
in the
represent how millions of people up and down the country, neutrals of football, that maybe not be the biggest football fans in the world, and then you're seeing the same guy calling the main striker for England one of the best strikers ever shit. It's really poor from Gary Lineker.
England
He did
was
call him
shit.
shit.
He didn't call. I doubt he went. Harry Kane is shit.
England was shit.
England was shit.
England was shit and then broke
There's
down
nothing
why
wrong
Harry
with that,
Kane was
man.
shit.
It is if you represent the BBC.
Gary Lineker is well entitled to his opinion on England, just like any of us.
He is,
are,
but
just
is
like
it
any-
the argument is?
Work
I
for the
think is
BBC.
it actually a bit irresponsible? Do the players need a bit of support because they're seeing this on social media? And if you're seeing it from the ex-pros, who you're-
And how
He's not a
different
bloke
is
on
this?
a
It's like when the
fan account.
tabloids would go after the England team as well. There's very
Why
little.
did they give a fuck about Gary Lineker's opinion?
Well,
But he has an impact,
it's
though.
He's one of the best
huge.
English
It's
players of all time.
huge.
People
It's
listen,
probably
don't
the
they?
most significant opinion
No, but
in terms of
do you get what
voice,
I mean?
in terms
Like,
of prestige.
He's one of the
use
best
it to
England players
fire
of all
you on.
time.
Why are you getting all upset by an opinion that you didn't play well?
to be fair,
you
he
didn't play
wasn't
well. Go and
upset.
play
He
well.
was. I thought he handled it
No,
well. though. Handled it well.
Harry Kane wasn't upset. Harry Kane
He basically
actually
tried to flip it on him and said, "Look, you know how difficult it is, and excuse me for like misquoting him, but essentially, where did you get to?
yeah.
That's true.
Probably the same as us, if not worse." So.
I thought Kane handled it really well. Not easy for
I
him at
couldn't
all.
believe how
Surprised I said
articulate he was.
Yeah, he was.
I know.
I
I
know.
don't mean it to be funny,
thought
but
that.
I
I
actually
thought
couldn't
that.
believe it.
No,
Well,
Kane
well
handled
played.
it really well. The
Yeah.
question I think that's interesting is, should Gary Lineker be more responsible, or do you think it's refreshing that Gary Lineker has said what we would say?
I think it's refreshing, but I agree with Buvey. Come off the BBC, man.
Give up the BBC then,
Yeah, forget
or
it.
give up the podcast.
Forget it, man. You're freelance anyway. Just move on. Like, then you really can be the person who
If
you
you
want to
be that guy, we can be that guy. We've got no credit in the bank. We've never played football at high level, and we can be a little bit ridiculous with our language. And we try and be respectful as we can, whether it's a TikTok, YouTube. He's on the BBC representing football to the nation, to Europe, whatever it is, to the world. On some level, it's the BBC. Then he's calling them shit. It represents all the pressure that the media traditionally has put on England players and made them crumble.
Yeah, it's
He's not the Sun. He's Gary Lineker. It's crazy. He's not mass media. He's not a newspaper.
He
He's
also has
respected
a lot
voice.
to say about tabloid press,
Exactly.
and that is the gutter press, isn't it? Shit. That is
you're
shit. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I imagine his
he's-
tone of voice wasn't as dabbing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You're right.
He was squirming when
I
he was
think he's
saying
well
it. He found it
entitled.
difficult.
Yeah,
You could see.
but I think the fact that he, as he delivered the line, I think he realised that it was probably out of place, but committed to it anyway. Although we've all done that,
This
you
is
know,
on
when
a
you say
podcast,
something
but-
and then you kind of go,
shit. This is a pre-recorded podcast,
He's only just
Yeah, he's
finished
released it.
calling
He's released
Lampard balls, hasn't he?
That was
mate. I know.
Oh, wait, man, that
Mate,
was good.
Lamp-
You put that in a group. Did you see?
Amazing.
Did you see? Like Lampard was. I saw Gary Lineker speaking about that afterwards, and again, it felt like it was quite awkward because they went and has it been all right? He's like, I haven't seen him yet, but
You could tell that one hit home.
yeah, he didn't like it.
That hurt.
Yeah, he didn't like it. So
Poor Frank.
The players are out on the pitch here. This is Scotland, Hungary. We'll also be watching the Germany-Switzerland game as well. The teams for Scotland and Hungary, which is our main focus today, are as follows. Guns in goal: Ralston, Hendry, Hanley, McKenna, Robertson, McGinn, Gilmore, McGregor, McTominay and Adams. Similar shape to the last game. Hungary's team, is Gulaci, Botka, Orban, Dardé, Bolla, Styles, Schaefer. Chucking in a little Styles in there amongst all them names, mad. Schaefer, Kirkes, Salai, Szoboszlai, and Varga. What are our score predictions, guys?
It's Robertson versus Szoboszlai.
I think Scotland can win.
Cheers,
I don't
Rob.
want to jinx them, but I think they
Liverpool.
can actually win. I don't think Hungary have been that good so far. So
Everybody's dark horses, weren't they, before?
Hungary could
Everyone's gone
still
quite
sneak
quiet
in.
about that, haven't they?
With a good
Everyone's going,
crowd.
I like Hungary. I
You
like
said they
Hungary.
can get to the quarters, you said?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you position that as it was everybody's dark horse.
Everybody's dark
only
horse.
yours.
I had them bottom of the group.
Apart from
You did well with
apart from Hugh,
Turkey.
everybody's dark horse.
You lot were all saying Turkey.
No, Turkey was
now, for now.
20. When was that? 2020 Euro 2020.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
dark
everyone
horse.
said that, yeah.
But basically, do you remember I read it in 442? They said dark horse, so that was
No,
mine.
me and you. Yeah, that was really awkward when we did a preview of the Euros and
Both
you and I
saying the same
obviously
stuff.
read the same article.
I don't care, right? I don't care what anyone says. Like, no one has an in-depth understanding of Hungary's squad before the Euros. If you do, credit
I
to you.
did, but I still just dismissed them.
I think that my knowledge of Albania and Slovenia and what he was working on was better than anyone else's pre-tournament because of the article.
Who's the manager of
442.
Slovenia?
yeah, that's it.
Slovenia.
No, I don't know.
No,
But I know the manager of Albania. I didn't say anything about Slovenia. I said Albania.
Oh, I thought you said Slovenia.
No, Silvinio.
Silvinio.
Sorry.
Silvinio was
Trying
manager
to catch
of...
you out there, Ross.
No,
Who is
Silvinio.
the manager of Slovenia? Huh? Because he could have said a name and you would have went.
Yeah.
You would have went.
Yeah, football. Yeah, a legend in Slovenian football.
What's his name?
I don't need to. You should know. You should know.
I know.
Yeah, what's his name?
I know. What?
We'll say it 3, 2, 1.
Matt, yes.
Moses.
Well done, Boob. You got
I hope he's not gets
By the way,
smashed
guys,
tonight.
I'm letting you know Scotland are going through tonight.
Based on what?
What, based on
Based on their
finishing
winning.
third?
A draw
they
being-
think they'll win, get 4 points.
I think they're going to win today, get 4 points. Germany are going to beat Switzerland, and Scotland are going to be.
When's the last time they won a game in group stage knockout football?
Well, listen, one of them's heard all this slander from you, talking about booking your Ryanair flights. Yeah, they're locked in tonight.
Said that to Mick McCarthy.
You know how
didn't
Harry Kane's talking about Gary Lineker? It's Scotland's dressing room.
Yeah, they've got a picture of Buvey and they've gone, he's shit. He is shit, this guy.
I
He's
can say
shit.
anything. Gary Lineker's salary comes from the taxpayer license, so he can't say anything he wants.
what's
Okay.
Gary Lineker can say what he wants.
No, he can't. Okay. Resign from the BBC then.
So you're saying all the
Yeah, but it's
people.
not-
I'll take
there's
his
one
job,
thing
and then I won't
making
say anything. I'll take his job. I won't say anything nasty from now on. If I get the BBC
Imagine
job.
if you ended up presenting
world we
Match of
live
the
in,
Day.
we expect-
Would you,
love
would
it.
you
I
I
tune
mean,
in,
I
Ross?
think
I'd
that would
I'd
be...
tune in.
Be honest, would you tune in? Be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Not the
definitely.
first one for a laugh. I'm talking 29 years into the
I'd
role.
I would watch
every
you
single one,
as
baby.
presenter. Well, it would be the best. Oops, it would be like the most. You know when people go, you can be anything.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Put your mind
If
to it.
Buvey ended up as Match of the Day presenter, so maybe presenting
Stranger
a World
things
Cup
have happened.
final, for example.
Stranger things have happened.
No, I could look. I could see it happening.
I wouldn't want it, lads. No, I'd give it to one of you lads. You're better positioned than me, 100%.
I mean, I would want it to be you.
I'd want it to be Buvey as well.
I
I can't read an auto cue. I need glasses.
The
What can
BBC
do an
wouldn't,
autocue?
wouldn't have a Bristolian accent on there, would they?
There's not enough Bristolian people. Does that go on this morning?
No, there is enough.
No, there's
There's enough.
There's enough, mate.
Yeah, stop there. That's enough.
Yeah. There is
No,
enough.
she's a laugh, man.
Ian Holloway, he gets his
No, don't talk about him.
boat
Don't
race
talk about
about.
him.
We need to get Ian Holloway on.
No,
Ian Holloway
not
is the
entering the
Bristol
room.
You know, I think we
darling,
got Mick
surely.
McCarthy, and I thought Holloway.
He's a Rovers darling.
No,
That's
but
different.
the darling of the West
No, he's
Country
not, no.
is
we
Ian
need
Holloway.
subtitles if we had you and Ian Holloway on.
Neil Warnock.
I wouldn't talk to him.
Well,
Neil Warnock lives that
would be
way,
good.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Neil Warnock, get him on. And Pulis, we were linked to Pulis, weren't we? Should get
Yeah, we were
Pulis
linked.
on.
I like
Linked
it.
to
Fabrizio
Pulis.
Romano is about to tweet. The club were linked. The club were linked.
I'll chat to Pulis. He managed in
I
Bristol.
spoke
Bristol
to
City.
Pulis once. Do you know he headbutted? Not Kevin Davis. Was it? Who did he? Big centre forward. Not Jeff
Dave
Horsfield.
Kitson.
No,
James Beattie.
It was James Beattie. Very
Yeah,
good.
James Beattie, yeah.
He headbutted
I've
James
heard that.
Beattie naked.
Good.
James Beattie was
Giving it loads
Was
of
it-
dressing.
He
Who
in
was
the
naked?
Tony Pulis stormed across the changing room, totally bolloco, and headbutted James Beattie in the changing room in front of everybody.
Ooh, quick feet. Is
James
that
Beattie
Embolo?
was underrated. He was a
that?
good player on his day, wasn't he? James Beattie. Good Premier League
He
player.
battered Chelsea on a
solid.
Boxing Day. Southampton beat us 4-2
Yeah.
2001.
I've got a similar story about.
And he battered us. Yeah,
He's in that tier below. Obviously not world class, but he was a good Premier League player, James Beattie.
Good, no, James Beattie. Yeah, had a good
player.
few seasons
Bit
ago.
like,
He'd done
He was well
with
worth a
Luton
goal.
this season.
very similar to. He's like a B-Tech Kevin Davis.
Yeah, I'd say that. Do you think?
I'd say
similar
Beattie was
level?
better.
I don't know how
Kevin
interesting.
Davis,
got more
Kevin Davis was
tactical
better. Kevin Davis was playing in Europe.
Kevin Davis had a longer career. I thought.
Nah,
I think
Davis
it's hard to
was better.
split them. I think this is
Pete is
another
peak.
Mbappe Rooney.
This is the show.
This is the proper
This is
one.
the show.
Mid-off.
Kevin Davis versus James Beattie. This is why you all tuned in. Thank you so much for watching the show.
But like, it's
We could get him to fight.
James Beattie's peak was
have a
better than
fight,
Kevin
Royce.
Davis's. Let's continue this.
Well,
James Beattie's peak was
James
better than
Beat-
Kevin Davis's peak.
Yeah,
No.
let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
James
Jack, let's do a poll, please.
Kevin
Poll.
Davis nearly had Chesterfield in an FA Cup final. Semi-final against Middlesbrough, man. He had Chesterfield a Rizzler paper away from Wembley.
Kevin Davis played for England as well.
how do you know that, Rory?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
How do I know that Chesterfield? How do I know Chesterfield were nearly in the FA Cup
James
final?
Beattie didn't play for England.
Football knowledge. Isn't that what you call it?
I need to check. I don't know.
What did they call it?
don't think he did.
Football knowledge.
Ball knowledge.
That's what
That
you
might
have
be
to say whenever you talk about football. Football knowledge.
Yeah.
No,
I got a
I'm
lot of
saying
that.
it wrong. What's it?
Ball knowledge.
Ball knowledge.
I got a lot of
Bollock,
this
stop the expression.
when I did the video. Then when it stays on, all of it was just poor ball knowledge.
He made 5 appearances for England.
Poor ball
And Kevin
knowledge.
Davis made 1.
And I was like, do you
He
know?
made 5 appearances.
Do you know where ball knowledge comes from?
Football
It's just
knowledge.
people playing.
It's just an
FIFA
abbreviation of a sentence.
and Championship Manager. It's not
Football knowledge.
But there was kids in there who never even heard of Ruud Gullit until he was a legend on FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now they know everything about him because they can play. They can play.
This is the problem with computer games.
Yeah, it gives kids too much information.
Also, it means that they
Too much knowledge. You know
too much ball knowledge.
No, but they don't. But the trouble is, they base it on the numbers, don't they? Rather
they
than.
do, yeah.
rather
Do you
than-
play video games or anything like that?
Yeah, man. I love
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah, I love video games.
Yeah.
But the difference is that I grew
video
up
games.
obsessed with football, and then FIFA became an extension of that. I think
Yeah.
a lot of kids these days grow up with FIFA.
Do you play
and
FIFA?
football
Yeah.
Play
becomes the thing.
EAFC?
It's
still
called,
play it?
just call it FIFA. What's the?
Yeah.
You
They-
still play.
I know they
Why
don't
are
have
you
the
pretending
rights,
to be
but-
cool here. This is
You
really
still
funny.
play
You're
FIFA or you
desperate.
like a
You're
football
desperate
manager
to
guy?
try and get into this conversation. I play.
Football manager for me is dangerous, man.
It can
It's dangerous.
dominate.
You can lose months
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
life with that game. So
Go on, Flav. You wanted to chip
Flav,
in?
Flav,
You play
you
games.
Go on,
want the
Flav.
world to know that I play computer games too.
I play computer games every now and then.
What do you
There's nothing
play?
wrong with it.
Look, he does nothing. He just felt totally left out of the
I play
conversation.
FIFA.
Oh, you still play? I can't
No,
play FIFA.
I played FIFA 3 years ago.
But you know when GTA 6 drops, I will dedicate.
you know
doing
the,
that,
fi-
are
the
you?
FIFA
Enjoying
thing
it,
has
mate. You
become
won't. Filth on
it's like
McTominay.
Panini back in the day.
I just
I
think
used to collect the book, the
It's
stickers,
too
fill your
old.
book
I'm
up,
too
and
old.
just sort of show people,
No,
or
that's
just
great.
look at the book.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
great.
swap
I
shops and
technically
everything.
don't really play FIFA. I just
Right.
get cards and then look at the team. And then-
Yeah,
No,
the ultimate team thing is something I've never understood. I don't
collecting
understand.
Panini
I've never played that.
stickers. Now that is the
good
that
day.
is
Oh,
the,
that's
Good
cool,
days,
is it?
Yeah.
that is the preserve of the cool person. Collecting FIFA, yeah, but collecting stickers. Absolutely, a sticker book.
Sticker books.
A Fabian Barthez next
Come
to
on.
Lizarazu.
A shiny
A shiny, a
Fabian
shiny,
Barthez.
a
Oh.
shiny
You used to
Fabian,
get open
Fabian
packet and you go,
Barthez,
yeah.
Remember when you wanted
Lizarazu,
the Premier League
Lilian
logo
Thuram.
shiny? That
Now
was
that is
hard.
what you want.
Yeah.
There was
That Premier League logo shiny.
the
yeah.
Premier League
You were the man.
97
Ooh.
sticker album was insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the shiny.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oi,
what's that?
oi, oi.
Like Merlin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merlin
yeah,
stickers like
yeah.
that.
I remember I went. I used to go to the swap shops. And I used to be at Villa Park because that was my local one.
Yeah.
I used to go down there, and one of my books that was complete had Gareth Barry's sticker in the back that he signed.
Ah, nice.
Lucky.
My stepbrother was he used to drive a milk float,
Yeah.
and we used to get him to nick boxes of Panini stickers,
Yeah.
and then we just fill the books up.
No, that would be.
Can I say a
That
mad
ruins
story?
the fun.
You
Boss
were
man in the
nicking-
shop
you
used to
were
let me
nicking-
bend
it
the
was-
pack
it
just to
was
see
like-
if there were any shinies in
Yeah.
there. No, just to see if there was a
Yeah,
shiny.
it was-
in
Yeah,
it
there.
was great for
also,
about 10
also a
minutes.
sticker book. A sticker book has to be the very definition of it's about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about the journey. I'm a Spurs fan. I know all about
No, but
enjoying the
Just buy a
journey.
completed sticker book.
not
Not
getting to the destination.
Like it's all about the journey, isn't it? It's all about building.
Yeah,
Once you actually complete the book,
It was a bit
Nick
like Chelsea's success. Is what I should.
Crazy hearing those words from you. Crazy.
make any sense.
we were not
Insane.
knocking on
Fucking
heaven's
tell me
door
about
for
the
a
journey,
long
Rory.
time.
You know nothing about the journey.
Mate, I'm born in the middle of
didn't.
an era of 25 years without any silverware. Don't talk to me. You need to talk to somebody a decade younger than me.
Okay.
I was watching Dennis Wise rip you up at White Hart Lane, mate. Pre-money.
You were
pre-Abramovich. I was watching.
as I
was-
find
I
out
was
every
watching-
Saturday morning about 7 a.m.
I was
Weirdo
watching-
sending me Chelsea Tottenham videos.
I was
at 7 a.m. on a
watching-
Saturday. I'm literally in bed, Rory. What are you doing?
I was watching Mark Stein score winners against you. I was watching
remember.
Bernard Lambord score winners against you. I was watching Bjarni Goldbeck.
Just to talk about the game that we're supposed to be watching, right?
Come on, Scotland.
McGinn, is he underrated or overrated?
He's very.
What did you call him last week?
Marginally overrated.
No, that's not what you called him.
I did.
You called him like League One player or
I
something.
didn't say
That's
league.
mad.
But you're just chatting shit.
He did say
You
something like
cannot
that. I
call
remember
me
that.
and get that. So you got no journalistic standards. You got no journalistic
There's journalistic
standards.
standards.
Zero ball
You never get on the
knowledge.
BBC
Mick
like
McCarthy
that.
went, yo, you're talking madness.
I said he's not a Champions League level player. I said he's a good Premier League
Did he
player.
say that?
Yeah,
what
you're
about-
talking about
Adam, can you give me an exact quote about what I said instead of Mick McCarthy?
You
You've only
said
met once and you're
John
twerking
McGinn-
for Mick McCarthy.
John McGinn is.
Mick
you said
McCarthy sent your biggest legend home
Twerking
to
for
Ireland to
Mick
walk his dogs. How about that? That's what he did. Okay.
Because I missed it. What did Mick McCarthy say about John McGinn?
I said he's not a Champions League level midfielder.
What did Mick say?
that
He
what he
thinks he
said?
might be.
He might be, or he
I
is.
mean, yeah.
That wasn't very
He
committal, was it?
didn't get off the fence for us. He didn't get off the fence.
Oh, right.
You
He-
said something out. It wasn't just.
I said he's overrated. I think he's a little.
You
You
said
think
Ollie
he's going to
Watkins
rip it up
was
in
a
the Champions League?
level.
I'm like,
The John McGinn conversation, you was a little bit more harsh on what you said.
no, I said he's a fantastic Premier League player.
Does
He's not
he-
a Champions.
Nah.
But
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think. He's not obviously League
He
One.
walks-
When I ever say that,
He walks
League
into
One.
United's team.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
McGinn.
Yeah, 100%.
But they came eighth.
100%.
They're an eighth best side in the league last season. Of course he does.
Yeah, he walks into Villa's team. Come on, like, what are we
They
doing?
came
They were
fourth.
fourth. Yeah.
Man United came eighth last season.
Gets in the Spurs team, so it's quite easily. So
Good player.
I like him. I think he's a good player. I think just because he's short, looks a bit weird, and plays for Scotland.
Looks a bit weird. Oh
Nothing
my
wrong with being
God.
short either, mate.
Or looking weird.
Come on, mate. And look at it. And look at nothing wrong with being looking
He's
a bit
definitely
weird.
bottom
and being
heavy.
short.
He's bottom heavy.
Do you know what though? He is the second best.
bowling
John McGinn is the
like
second
he's
best
falling
footballer
over.
ever to employ his arse incredibly well in a football pitch.
Yeah.
If he gets
Yaya
his, if he
Toure
gets his
style.
arse,
It's
no,
a dying art.
Branislav Ivanovic. If he gets his
dying
arse
art.
between you and the ball,
Hazard.
you are no getting that ball.
Hazard.
Eden Hazard, very good, very arsey player.
Do you know, I don't mean to name drop here, but I spoke to a previous Tottenham Hotspur manager who had Eden Hazard when he was at Lille. You'll know who it is by saying this, but he had him and he admitted to it when I spoke to him.
Andy
This
Rama.
was tapping up. No, it was Harry Redknapp. But he had
He had him at Lille.
So Harry Redknapp was at Spurs when he wanted to sign Hazard. So he had managed to get him in a hotel room for 2 hours, convincing him while he was on the contract to join Tottenham. He said yes. This is about 6 months before he joined Chelsea.
Just so we'd get him out his room.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Get this-
I felt like he was
No,
hostage.
and then he goes on,
Oh my
none of this
God.
was legal, but yeah, I managed to convince him to join Spurs. And then he went back to Harry to Daniel Levy, and he went, "No, I'm not going to pay."
Joe Cole got in his ear apparently. Because Joe Cole was playing for Lille.
Luis Suarez as well.
Joe Cole
Big
was
players.
Joe Cole was playing for Lille at the time of Eden
That's
Hazard
correct,
playing for
yeah.
Lille. And Joe Cole said you have to go to Chelsea, and then also told Chelsea you got to sign this.
But
kid."
you won the
So
European Cup that year,
Harry
didn't you?
Redknapp
And
also-
that pushed it.
I remember we were linked to him at the time, and he was linked with a few other clubs. And then he said, "I'm going to announce my signing." I just knew he wasn't coming to United.
City were linked as well. City were very good.
Joe Cole said that this is the best player I've ever played with in Eden Hazard. And Daniel Levy, you know what he did?
Joe Cole is always going to appreciate a player like when you think of the way that Joe Cole
Yeah, yeah.
believes football
He
should be
would have
played.
loved-
He's always going to appreciate a player like Eden Hazard.
Do you know who Spurs bought instead of Eden Hazard?
It's a great game.
It's a great game.
It's a great
Don't
game.
give any answers early.
When did you win the Champions League? 2011.
Adel
So it was 2011.
No.
Perhaps?
No.
Okay, wait. Let me.
What year
He
did we win
didn't
the
even play.
Champions
We bought two players when we were linked with Hazard and Luis Suarez.
I like the way you say Hazard. As
Hazard.
You're like continental.
I used to
Hazard.
say the same
You,
thing.
you
Oh,
leave
yeah.
the H.
Oh, yeah.
You leave the H and the D off Hazard.
Yeah, well, do you not say Terry Henry, do you? You have to get a little
No,
bit
but
closer.
I do say Eden Hazard. Whereas you, like, I say
Eden
Hazard the same way I
Hazard.
say
Is that
Mickey Hazard.
I say Hazard.
Whereas you say Hazard.
Hazard.
Okay. And who else? Who did you sign instead?
Ryan Nelson and
From Blackburn. Centre back.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
It's not
New
quite.
Zealand.
Not quite the same thing.
No,
Yeah.
and Luis Saha on a free.
I thought you were going to say.
We were
Saha.
third in the league. We finished sixth.
forgot
Yeah,
Louis
I've heard
Saha.
that story, but about Wenger trying to sign Hazard, and then we saw
It's the same story.
we saw an agent getting in the middle or something like that, or maybe it was Joe Cole had put him off, and we ended up with Jovino.
Yeah, it was all right.
How
Yeah,
did
no.
you think?
He wasn't.
Bloody hell.
It wasn't
He wasn't-
great.
No, he
It
wasn't.
wasn't great.
Also, he wasn't Eden Hazard. Regardless
wasn't
of what,
Eden
yeah,
Hazard.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
He's
But
better than
the-
Louis Saha. wasn't he?
Eden Hazard actually feels very, very Arsenal in his game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you think about
Sort of
former Arsenal
over
players,
Mars.
like yeah, very Overmarsy, very Perez-y. Like you could see Arsenal wanting a player like that, and certainly Arsene Wenger. But we're also bearing in mind Arsene Wenger's links and proven links to securing the best talent from France. Eden Hazard, you'd think?
I think that was the moment where it all changed. Where that
No,
sort
no,
of-
it changed.
much earlier than
that
Weybridge, mate. Weybridge was the moment. Weybridge was the moment.
No,
the
no.
tail.
I don't mean
the
about.
scales
I don't mean about
changed, my
Chelsea
friend.
becoming relevant. I'm talking about Wenger's pull in League 1.
But I think it was earlier than that even.
Yeah, we would. Yeah,
The best players anyway.
Who else have we had that ended up being torn away from us like that? I don't know.
No, but that
Torn
that
away
was
is big.
that was
But
in
the best
very,
players no
that was
longer
it-
were going
I think
to.
just wants to
best,
join the
best
European
players were never
champions.
going to
I think
Arsenal.
Chelsea, he just wanted to join the European
That was
champions.
in the midst of Arsenal going a decade without any silverware, wasn't it? That was in the midst of Arsene Wenger going a decade without any silverware.
No, that's not.
Decade.
They beat Hull City in the FA Cup a
Nine-
couple of years
nine.
later. That was
Nine.
weak for them. Yeah, don't
That
slag off
Just
Arsenal's
short of a
incredible
decade.
decade.
Relax.
They beat Hull City.
Then
They
went
were
on to
2-0
win
down to
4
Hull
and
City.
5. We're all.
Alex Bruce. Do you think Chelsea are a bigger club than Arsenal?
No.
In what way? What
Just
sort of
total.
What are the,
again,
what are the
no,
titles?
no,
What's the
why-
difference
of
between
Of course,
Premier
I
League
would say
titles?
no, but then if you were doing the Champions League thing, then I bet you say yes. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tight one.
It's a title.
I'm just asking.
I think it's an interesting debate now, which I think is testament to how well Chelsea have done. Because when I was a kid, it certainly wasn't.
Yeah, the
it's changed.
last 20 odd years have really
Changed.
sort of brought you into the conversation. But I'd say no is the answer. So
I would.
no.
There's not much for Arsenal to do to make
Do you
it.
know what I would say with regard to this debate? My life, my experience of the clubs, Arsenal are a bigger club. But if you don't look at it strictly through the lens of myself, if you are a Premier League fan and you live in Miami, if you're a Premier League fan and you live in Adelaide, if you're a Premier League fan and you live in Lagos,
Yeah,
I don't
or you've just
know.
turned in recently.
yeah,
If you've tuned
or
in
if you're
recently.
11,
Yeah.
or if you're 11
Yeah,
years old.
for sure.
But in my life, my experience living in London,
No way.
being my
Impossible.
age,
Impossible.
the answer, Arsenal are a bigger club.
You've
than
been
Chelsea.
bought for a £1 coin. It's impossible. There were big
yeah.
bushes outside the stand. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I would
They're
certainly say
looking like a
Arsenal
car
bigger.
park.
No, I'd say
Like
it's interesting. Those things, though, are those things I take quite a lot of pride in because Chelsea fans.
No,
kept
come
the
a long
club
way. Come a long way,
No,
man.
no, absolutely. But like I'm saying, in my experience of being a football fan, Arsenal are a far bigger club than Chelsea. But what I would also say is, when I was a kid, Chelsea had gone 25 years without any silverware, and Arsenal were winning doubles. So they were up there and we were down here. Now, the fact that maybe somebody in the chat even thinks it's
Oh,
Chelsea.
what is
a
going
goal.
on with that? How on earth has that gone
We're in
in?
chat. Oh,
Oh, stop it. That's silly. That's no.
Keeper's got to say that.
You've got that's a sackable offence, isn't it?
Yeah, that's horrendous. It's horrendous
Go
keeping.
through him. I
It's
didn't
one of
see it.
those ones that's just bouncing before him, but really, come on, that's unacceptable.
If the ball bounces and you concede it as a goalkeeper, you should have to.
Germany 1-0 up, by the way.
Remove yourself from the pitch.
That helps Scotland a little bit.
Oh, Xhaka.
Moaning.
Granit
where are
Xhaka moaning. In other news, water is wet.
They're going to smash this group, smash
Always
everything.
talk about big clubs in London, though, right?
Oh, is that a foul?
you know,
Musiala.
the Chelsea have been held back as well.
That
Could
is
have been
a
bigger.
foul.
Could be a big club.
How
Stadium
but
probably.
right before?
Yeah, but that's good. That's good.
You
That
don't
could
want
get
to
ruled out.
be
No,
bigger.
that is
You don't.
awful.
You
Don't
want
wanna
to
move.
keep it local, community.
No, I just don't ever want to leave Stamford Bridge.
Lads, that could
regardless.
get ruled out. You know what? I'm
What
interested
for?
on your thoughts on this because there's a foul literally.
Oh, the key.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Look, the foul's
bad.
the foul's literally 5 seconds before the goal scored, though.
I think it is a
And
foul.
it is a foul. So, is there enough time between the
What,
two
there?
instances?
That's a foul.
Oh,
That's
they're
a
looking
foul
at it.
It's going to be.
in the box.
I think it's going to be ruled out.
Yeah, it's a
Is
foul.
that the correct decision?
Yeah, it's so late, isn't it?
But does it make any impact on how well
It doesn't
it can
matter.
clear?
You can't boot
That's why.
someone.
What about Lukaku's offside the other night?
Yeah, mate.
Mate, his arm. It's not. Which bit
You
of his
can't
arm
score.
is he?
You can't score with your arm.
Just a
Therefore,
little arm.
Was it
creeping
the
through.
shoulder? It was a
do,
crease.
do you know
The
what I just
defender was
find-
ahead of him, but because they used the defender's arm.
tackle.
I started thinking, like, let's say that you're a defender, centre back.
No
Is it
goal.
now more beneficial to just be short?
Yes.
Because we can
Yes.
stand level, and
If my
I'm
shoes are
always gonna
small,
be
if
offside.
my shoes are smaller than yours,
Yeah.
if me and you, if I was marking you're charging through. I'm a size 8.
We got big problems.
I'm a
if you're
size 8
marking him.
shoe, like most normal people. I'm size 8, and you're size 11.
12.
You're offside.
That's literally
It's outrageous.
that's how Manchester United
It's mental.
went on to win the FA Cup because of that offside. Because it was the toenail was.
But why doesn't people talk about the penalty that should never have been given?
But why are you so defensive about it?
But you can't be
Because
defensive.
because people, when they talk
City.
about decisions United get, are very picky with them.
Yeah,
They
but
never talk about the
but it's
ones
not
that
local,
Absolutely, you
it's
just
City.
pick the ones that suit your agenda. That's what we all
Yeah,
do all
exactly.
the time. And so Coventry should have been given it.
By the way, for people that
Yeah.
are at home, Germany's goal
What a
was
dream that would have been.
disallowed.
Yeah, it was a shame.
That was
But
the
no,
lowest
Should
point
they
in FA
disallow
Cup
it if it
history.
didn't affect his ability to clear the ball?
What I think is ridiculous is the point of offside is a very noble rule aimed to enhance the game, and it's ultimately to stop goal hanging. This isn't it. This isn't what we're witnessing. Romelu Lukaku's offside.
Yeah.
That isn't what the point of the rule is. It's some weird modern understanding of the rule that doesn't lend itself to the furtherance of the game at all. It's idiotic.
Ooh, no, it's just Bellens, isn't it? And Stockley Park. But I've really enjoyed the automated offsides.
I think they're
sped
better.
it up really quickly.
Really enjoyed them.
Enjoyed a big
You've
word.
really
Well,
enjoyed.
they've-
You've
they've
really
made-
enjoyed
they've made
automated
it better.
offsides.
All right,
Is
enjoy
Is
it.
it what, like a
They're-
holiday or a
they're-
cocktail or something?
Their
I
systems are
really
quicker
enjoyed
than
that
ours, though.
cocktail.
Much
It's like a
quicker.
pina
I
colada.
think we're going to get them next
I've
season.
appreciated. No, it's the wrong word.
So of all the things that you really enjoy, holidays, pina coladas,
Automated.
Blink 182, offsides, automated.
Yeah, no,
Blink
right.
182.
He loves Blink 182. He's got multicolored tattoos on his arms and shit. That's
I appreciate-
so Blink 182.
Yeah, you love Blink
I
182.
appreciate.
Wake me up inside. Gotta wake up.
That's
Wake
episode.
me up. Save me. Grungers, count the town on the bridge, mate.
That's not Blink
I
182.
don't know.
That's Blink 182.
Evanescence, isn't it?
Blink 182.
What's your favourite Blink song?
That one.
Wake me up.
Miss You.
I couldn't tell you.
Miss You.
I
That's it.
don't like Blink 182.
Oh, I thought you had a Blink 182 tattoo.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, right, sorry.
I don't know what you
I
want.
just, I
I'm not offended by what you're saying. I don't know why you're carrying on. It's fine. Carry on if you want.
Wake me up. Gotta wake up. Save me.
We're cutting to your tattoos. That's why you fired Roving.
Yeah, they are. See, that is so Blink 182.
No, that's mistakes from a long time ago.
They do look good.
Fuck off, Rory.
This show's great, man. I love this show, man.
I look, Mick McCarthy after the game went to our producer. You don't really watch football, do you?" Yeah, we don't
Also,
do that
don't
around
forget what
here,
he said about me in particular. He said I've got fantastic ball knowledge.
Did he say ball knowledge? Did he?
No, he said intelligence, charisma, and knowledge on football.
Oh my god!
He did. He came across really lovely.
No, he was
On
amazing.
stream.
He was
Good
good.
guy.
To,
Really good.
to have him on.
He's
Yeah.
a real football legend, like a real 50 years at top flight football history. It's incredible. It's
Did you
incredible.
feel like a little bit like, and you probably should, like a little bit like, maybe I shouldn't say the wrong thing because he knows so much about football and.
Yeah, I think we were very respectful. Very respectful.
So did you come away from that conversation thinking I could handle myself in the
Yeah, I think
Premier
we
League?
all,
I thought you meant
handle myself as
handle
what,
myself
fine.
against Mick.
I could do, Mick.
Come on,
I
Mick.
reckon I could do, Mick. No. I mean, like, did you think like the way he spoke and the way he talked about football? So there's been occasions where I've spoken to people in the game. You're like, fucking, hell, they do know a lot. They know a lot more about it than me, clearly. But did he find that? Did you feel that way?
He said he signed. Who was it? He signed for 30 grand. Like Ollie Watkins or something.
No, it was,
who was it?
Tyrone Mings.
Tyrone
10
Mings.
grand.
From
Mate,
Cheltenham?
Come on.
10 grand.
That was actually the worst point in the interview. I thought he was talking about Tyrone Mears. Remember Tyrone Mears? I was like, oh, he's a right back. He was
yeah.
like, no, he's a big left-footed centre back. I thought he meant Tyrone Mears.
It's one of them
And
ones
that's
that
why he wasn't looking at you when he was talking about football knowledge.
Exactly.
There you
Looking
go.
down that way of the table.
when you said that, was that one of the ones when you ended and you get home in bed and you got into bed and go,
I had to Google it. I was like, Tyrone who?
fuck did I say?
Tyrone Mears. He was a fantastic right back, by the way.
There was that time he was doing the overlap and Jamie Carragher was saying, looking at me, and we were talking about why he was saying it's not fair that, or it shouldn't be that that Chelsea's way out of this, the PSR problem is selling academy products. And I was going, but it can't be any other way because they haven't paid money to sign these players. So it all is going to be all profit. And he was going, no, you're not understanding what I'm saying. And I'm like, in my head, fuck up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know.
No,
I had
from
a 4-hour drive on my own going, well, I've made a complete fool of myself.
From a purely factual point, you were right.
Yeah,
But we
was
were
right.
saying, like, isn't it ridiculous that
It is irrelevant. It's
like-
economics.
Yeah,
it's
it's
irrelevant.
relevant because it's economics. But
And
isn't
that's
it sad
all I
that
was saying.
You're incentivized to sell academy players was the point, basically.
Yeah, but that is economics because
Yeah,
you
it
haven't
is.
invested in them other than to develop.
But there is but also there's an
How
accounting
else are
thing
you gonna
with
do it?
when you sign players as well? Like you can break it down over 5 years.
careful.
But then when you sell a player, it's now.
Yeah, of course.
Like so.
But
But that as well.
I
That's
felt like
disparity.
what I was
But you
saying
were right.
wasn't warranting
You were correct.
the energy I was getting back from Jamie.
No,
Carragher.
because it felt like
And
at
so
the
I
time
was convinced
you
I
were
was
just
wrong.
refusing to see our point.
What I was refusing
But
to
you
say
were
something
right.
that was not correct. Which suddenly
No,
go
but
on.
no one was talking about whether it was.
Yeah, but it was a stupid
like-
conversation. Shouldn't have been a.
We're gonna do it again.
Come on, film it. I don't know what you're talking about. What is
So
it?
basically, you know how with this PSR stuff and with FFP and all that, when you sell an academy player, it's just 100% profit because it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it goes down on this year's balance sheet only. Whereas when you buy a player,
Amortization.
it's amortized over the time of the contract.
Yeah.
And we were basically just making the point of, isn't it a shame that clubs are incentivized to now sell academy players, and that's a symptom of these rules.
Yeah, but
But then he was going, well, what else do you want it to be? Which
It
is
can be
correct. Like,
nothing
what
else.
else can it be?
It can't be.
But it could be amortized the same way transfer fees are.
But yeah, well, yeah. So you're punishing developing a player. Is what I was. Anyway, like my point
But
was.
aren't they sort of swapping academy talents in doing this as well? So it's sort of.
That's what's happened.
No, that
recently,
wasn't the
isn't it?
case then, though.
No,
That's
yeah,
more
that-
recently.
Oh,
At the time,
okay.
I just didn't. But the point of and what I was saying about you, sort of, you have those. You wake up and go, "Oh my god, did I say that?" Like driving home, and you're thinking, Jamie Carragher clearly knows what he's talking about in this instance. I obviously don't. So I'm driving home having like existential crisis all the way back from Manchester.
Yeah,
to
I think
Wiltshire.
you're overrating a lot of these guys' knowledge. I don't think a lot of them do
I was
a
right
lot of due
now
diligence.
because I watched
Yeah.
it back and go,
I,
"No, I was
I
right."
think you're right, man. A lot of people that are in the public eye are not watching as much football as you think they should be to be able to speak with confidence about things.
You
For
speak
sure.
about Spurs better than Michael Dawson, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
not-
that's normal though.
When it
man.
gets into
That's
the Glenn
normal.
Hoddles,
He's
I
spending
can't say
hundreds of hours a
We
week thinking
literally,
about it.
our lives have revolved around these people for X amount of
Yeah,
time.
because you're out of the
I don't
game.
think that's
To
the
be
case
in it,
with
you have to
those
put
guys.
effort in to get into the game. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
What
To
can you
answer
say?
your question though, Mick's experience, he had an aura as well. I thought.
Yeah.
He's
See why he's a coach, innit?
yeah,
Like a man.
yeah. He can definitely influence people, and he's an icon, man. To be
Icon, yeah,
sat next
yeah.
to someone who's taken their country as far as their country has ever been in international tournaments.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing. He took obviously the Ireland squad to
Played there as well.
Japan,
Playing
South
and
Korea,
managing, it's unreal.
and he flew. He got a flight for Roy Keane back to Ireland to walk his dogs.
You tried that one earlier, it didn't really land. So
Yeah, but I'll try it
you wanna
again.
go
that's,
again?
No, but that's.
Wanna
you've
go
got-
again in
no,
5
but
minutes?
Adam, do you not need to admire
the route
that?
might be more.
Adam, do you not need to admire that?
Is that
Like,
second-hand
he's
job?
come with pre-prepared material that he's going to make work.
Do you want to put it in a super chat? Then I'll read it out.
That was a horrendous challenge
Right, what are you?
on McKinnon.
What are you, a policeman?
What is it? Do you guys even like? What is this conversation? You're just digging each other out.
Talking about super chats, we
Yeah.
had one earlier which was you wouldn't expect a Brazilian to support Argentina. Why would Scott support England or
Exactly.
vice versa?
Yeah, of course.
We're soft,
No,
man.
but it's
Everyone
slightly
supports
different.
everyone. It's pathetic.
We're all supposed to be one united kingdom. That's why.
We were when Andy Murray won Wimbledon. He was
Yeah,
British when he won
and Greg
that.
Ruzetsky, we claimed him, didn't we?
Greg Rosetsky, he was
Yeah.
crap.
He won
Oh, was he
Wimbledon.
Canadian?
Yeah, he was
yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis claimed him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Canadian.
Lennox, yeah, wow.
What a boxer, man.
God.
Lennox.
What an icon. Free kick for Scotland, dangerous position. That's your boy, Billy Gilmore, innit?
Yeah, Billy, Harry Gilmore, love them both.
Go on, nodded out. Scotland have held their own in this game, I
These two are
think.
dross, aren't they? They're really dross.
Played McGinn.
It's Stoke versus Bolton Wanderers, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not.
it
is.
Easy.
Played against the Wildfield team, though, that beat England.
You're right.
Who did?
Hungary beat England, didn't they?
Yeah,
2 years
four-
ago.
Nil,
At
Molyneux,
home
man.
and away.
We're talking about-
Not as good as your last game
So
against them. You lost.
It's the last time we played
just
five at the
spent,
back.
we just spent 30 minutes talking about how good our football knowledge is. We're talking about the Nations League from
Yeah,
2
I
years
remember
ago.
something from 2 years ago. That's class.
There's no journalistic integrity with you, is there, Adam? And you were
I'm
saying
not a
you think to
journalist
get-
for starters.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't qualify as one because you're just trying to get a rise out of people.
I don't
man.
want to.
No, you're just trying to get a rise out.
Nor
of
would you, because factually.
Yeah, but factually, I was right. Roy Keane was in Japan. He flew back to Ireland early. That
Oh,
was,
he's going for it again.
Why?
Did
Not a third
tickle you
time.
this time?
A third time. Wow.
That tickle you this time?
No.
that was a fact.
I know. Did you mention? Did you bring up Roy Keane?
No.
Not allowed.
You're not allowed. Oh.
Just.
No, but you know what I think?
What someone said? Don't bring up Roy.
No,
Keane.
no.
Do you know? Yeah.
He said it many times before, but I think now we're friends. We get him on again.
He wouldn't recognise you in the
'Cause I
street.
think the
He wouldn't
first-
recognise. He wouldn't
Yeah, yeah,
recognise
yeah.
you in the street.
That's right, I made that.
Yeah. Now me and Mick McCarthy are really good friends. He's going what?
You don't know.
No,
Might have been
but
chatting.
I think
Oh, Switzerland.
Wow, have scored.
That's bad news
Okay,
for
we
Scotland,
were not
right?
expecting that. That is not good for Scotland. Yeah.
Thank God for that. Come on, Switzerland. Let's get 5 now.
What is
Vive la Suisse.
Come on,
up the
the Swi-
Toblerone.
But
Come on.
a win for
Up
Scotland could
political
still
neutrality.
get them through in third place.
Political neutrality.
Yeah, that's what I want, man.
Guys,
By the
can
way,
you just be careful.
Is this bad for England?
My
Germany are
wife's Swiss,
second.
so I won't have anything
Is that
said
bad
about
for
it.
Your
England?
wife's
No,
Swiss.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's Swiss.
Fair enough.
She's not.
Who's
met her.
Swiss?
Oh no, we play third if we
Yeah,
finish
what?
top.
She was
As long
born
as
in
we finish top, we
Switzerland.
play third from
You
D,
guys
E,
must
or
What are
F.
you trying
She
to
has a
be
Swiss
called?
passport.
Potentially third in D, E, or F. I think
I'm
it
not
is.
lying.
My wife's Swiss.
She is Swiss.
She got a Swiss passport.
Yeah.
So she's Swiss.
I had to go with her to the Swiss embassy to renew her passport a week ago.
Where is it then? Yeah.
Where's that passport?
It's
We've got
around
two
it's
live
near
streams
Baker
for this
Street.
chat.
It's near Baker Street, actually.
That's a good one.
Lads, we've got two live streams
I've got
going for this.
every
for
answer.
this
You
shit
defo
chat.
lied there.
For God's sake, we're on YouTube Shorts Live and main YouTube Live for this shit chat. Lads.
Ask people
For
to
God's
like the stream,
sake,
baby.
man. Lads, on YouTube Shorts, make sure you subscribe
Now,
to the
baby,
channel.
you know what we should do to solve the
laugh,
shit
you.
chat. You do your joke for a fifth time.
You're a funny
What
guy,
joke?
Booby.
You joke.
Oh,
You
me
joke.
talking
Joke
about my wife.
Joke about the dogs.
Me talking
What,
about
the joke about Rory Keane? That's not a joke. I was saying, is
No,
it
but
true?
do it again. No, do it again. You know
You're
what
gonna
you should do as well? You
Adam,
better send a
Adam,
rematch.
Adam, one
It's
at a
coming.
time, one at a time,
Look,
one at a
he's
time.
building. It's
No,
coming.
I'm not.
You should do the village one. Remember the village one you used to do as well?
Stop
Yeah, the
interrupting me
submarine
for once
thing.
in your life.
Yeah.
All right, I'm waiting for Adam McKola TV to talk. Okay, here we go.
Do you know the one I used to like, Buvey? I haven't heard it for a while.
Yeah.
We're the team that got 198 points over 2 consecutive seasons. I must have heard that. You should have that tattooed.
That's amazing. It's amazing. Arsenal fans go on about getting 89 points coming second. I talk about City getting 198 points, winning back-to-back Premier League titles. It's amazing.
There we go.
Asterisk.
There it is. Tell me, Buvey, have you asked for the likes? Have you got any new
115
likes?
asterisks.
We've got loads of
Actually,
likes
there's
on
more
YouTube
to add
Shorts
now.
Live
You're
and the
ready
main
to
channel.
add
No,
more
not why are you
asterisks, new
specifically
emails.
asking
Hold
for
on,
likes on
Booby,
likes?
One
Booby.
mic- one
I've
mic
just
at a
clocked-
time. Go on.
I've just clocked. New emails ready to be unleashed on the world, the footballing eyes, the fans. We need to see them. Are you ready to see the truth? And
do it.
actually to have the public just judge. Because we're bored of waiting. We know how much money you're willing to go and how long the road will be. Should we just...
Expedite the
But
process.
Yeah, and should we
all
just
bands
from now
aside,
on
you
just put asterisks
You know
next
me
to
by
all
now.
of
If we're
them?
found guilty, I'll talk about it as if we're guilty. At the moment, we're not guilty. There's nothing to talk
Let's
about.
read the emails and then make our own
Well,
minds
let's
up,
do it then.
surely.
Where are the
let's do it.
emails?
Yeah, let's do it. Get me.
Where are the
Bring them
emails?
out.
HughWizzy@gmail.com.
What are they called?
Where are
Der
they?
Spiegel. What are they called?
Where are they?
The Spiegel.
Yeah, Der Spiegel.
Okay,
We're ready.
Let's have a look. At the moment, I'm not seeing any material in front of me. So what do you want me to talk about?
No, we. Oh.
What?
Ooh.
What?
You know what?
New emails? Have you seen the
Divert us
emails?
again.
I'm aware of them.
This is
What
that
do they
Dave
say?
Chappelle gift where he pushes
I'm
the
aware of
glass of water over. and just
I've
spread it out.
I've read some of the emails.
I've seen them.
What do they say?
They said
It says
you're guilty.
You're guilty.
It's all over.
Yeah.
And that's that.
It says you're
Yeah.
guilty.
So now we've solved
We'll
that.
get that League Cup
Thankfully, we're talking about
from
international football.
2015 or something. Is it?
How many prems? Who gets a prem? Who gets a
You
prem?
get a prem.
Doesn't
You
work
get a
like
prem.
The problem we would.
It's over.
We got a couple.
Lads,
Do you know the problem is? The problem is. Do you know what's interesting though, Hugh? If let's just live in a world momentarily where let's pretend they're found guilty. It's a nightmare for City. It's a nightmare for City, and I think everybody views it as if City are found guilty, it's going to be terrible for City. It's terrible for the Premier League. What on earth do they do? How do they proceed?
Well, it's not much good though. Us sort of head in the sand pretending this isn't happening.
No,
Or
absolutely
just like,
not.
Oh, let's just forget it. I heard people on the radio today, and they are giving off the energy that says football fans don't really care about this kind of thing. We just want to.
but on this channel, I think we've done a lot of
Mate,
videos about it and talked very
Sorry, you're
openly
ruining
about
the
it.
integrity of the game. We do care.
Yeah, we do on this channel.
So do you think, like, if this were to happen, because my prediction is that nothing happens and they're found not necessarily innocent, but
push it down.
not guilty.
Yeah, of course. They're wealthy enough not to ever be found
you know
guilty,
how
for sure.
do you remember when they were kicked out of the European Cup and then they weren't because they couldn't be found guilty? I think it will be that, not only because it's beneficial to them, City, not Buvey, but because it's such a nightmare situation for the Premier League to deal with. So
It
do
is,
they
but
have to give Arsenal
They
a
could set
Premier League?
precedent here.
No, but the
They
prob-
could make an example, and they should.
let's just pretend that this were to happen. In theory, Arsenal fans and Arsenal Football Club would have a right to think that they were robbed of 2 Premier League titles. But it goes so much deeper than that because Man City, for example, knocked Chelsea out of the semi-final of the FA Cup. So I'm now going to go, well, hang on a minute, we should have got
Yeah,
to the
it's
final.
litigation all over
And
the
then
place.
and then maybe
Everyone.
Man City took 6 points off whoever didn't go down or whoever went down, and only 3 points off the team that stayed up, and then they go, hang on a minute, we shouldn't have been relegated. So if they were to give Arsenal a title, it goes problem. And I just don't think they're going to open that door.
We just care about them being punished for what they've done wrong. That's
Okay,
it.
but let's
It
see if that
doesn't
happens.
feel anything, does it?
Let's see if that
The record books will say Arsenal or Man United won the title, but it's almost
No,
like
but it goes to your tally. It does. It would matter.
No, I know, not saying
It goes to your tally. You don't get the day of celebration, but you do get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it actually what to Hugh's point? It's actually the fact that they do get their comeuppance.
Can I just say, like, you know, do you watch boxing?
Yeah.
That guy Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Okay, right. It's a classic example of how you can sort of these days just cheat, or at least you can use your advantage. I know they'd made a deal beforehand so that he could coming above weight, but technically,
It's an
unfair fight.
That geezer's not lost at that weight.
But what happens then?
He's been banned. It's a no contest now, though, and he's going to be banned for a year.
Yeah, but for people that watched and experienced that bit of history in boxing, he won the fight.
They also feel less about Devin Haney now because of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, it's a mess.
I don't know what to do with it, but I do know that they do have, the strength and the willingness from the looks of things to be able to take this through the courts for as long as possible to the point where nothing will happen. You'll pay a fine and we'll move on. But
we don't know that. We don't know.
Yeah. All of this.
All of the City have a right to defend ourselves legally. That's an unquestible.
One of the things that they keep saying is we've everything's fine. So then show the evidence. Why are you making so long?
Liverpool title as well. Asterisk. Sorry, has to be.
I agree.
Liverpool,
not until we know the
Liverpool title because of the COVID thing.
It's an asterisk, mate.
Not until we know the
Lakers in the bubble. It's an asterisk.
Not until we know the answer.
Liverpool would won that league before COVID.
Sorry.
No.
As much as I would like to say,
do you know what? I kind of agree with you, and it benefit. And this is to the detriment of Chelsea as well. We won the European Cup that year. It's ridiculous. Like we knocked Atletico Madrid out of the European Cup. We did that by beating Atletico Madrid
before COVID kicked in, bro.
Pardon?
Liverpool had pretty much sewn the league up before COVID had kicked in.
They had.
The Champions League I get because it was.
No, but
just
to demonstrate it, we beat Atletico Madrid by playing Atletico Madrid in Budapest.
Don't count, does it?
We went to Budapest to play Atletico Madrid. Yeah. That's not the same as going to the Wanda Metropolitano to play them in a two-legged affair, is it?
Why was that? Remind me.
Because you could play. I don't know. It must have been Spain was more of a hotbed.
Why are we talking about Liverpool? Sorry, what's Liverpool got to
do? You remember? Do you remember an asthma
Liverpool's
situation?
COVID is not the same.
Liverpool's title was
Liverpool COVID win. Yeah.
What do you mean the pumps?
Yeah, there were some strange things going on.
Strange.
Asterisks.
With what?
Oh, what, the asthma thing?
Are you basically putting an asterisk next to every title win here? Is that your aim?
No, not everyone.
But look, I'm here for it. I love it.
Marseille's fifth. Asterisks, if not deleted. Juventus is fourth. Asterisks, if not deleted. This is how it has to work. City, you need to be relegated or, minus 150
haven't
points.
the Premier League...
Have you been through every legal document related to this
I don't need to, mate. We know what's going on.
Yeah,
no, come on, bro.
You don't
please,
need to.
please.
About one of the most significant...
I do feel like you have your head in the sand a little bit.
Who's the team in the Premier League recently who's got a sponsor that's just been exposed as having
you've made a big statement.
Four Twitter followers and an account that they've just started for a betting company?
But do you understand my point? Could you at least understand my point? You made a statement about one of the biggest decisions in Premier League history, whether for right or for wrong. City could be found guilty. I've always said that. That is true.
They could.
And you've not read a single page of the document. You're making massive
some just legal emails from a while ago. I think we all have.
You've read a tweet and then you're making huge statements and saying City have a right to defend ourselves legally.
No, German publications by a Portuguese guy who's been on the run for a minute and he's threatening to expose more. So
I think there's just a difference between football fans. I don't pretend to know anything about this and I would deride it if we are found guilty.
I think everybody knows.
Considering it's your club, shouldn't you know more about it? Because it feels like we know more about it than you.
Well, you certainly don't. You've not read the pages. You've not read the pages either. You haven't.
You do put your head in the sand.
You do
put your head in the
sand.
sand.
You make huge statements, and these
we know what the charges are. We know that City won't present the evidence, and we know that Manchester City keeps saying the evidence is there but never present it. Why is that the case?
I worry that you have no interest in the football debate about this. You have no interest in. You just don't like Man City.
You can't just say that.
You don't like Man City.
You can't just say that as your defence in the argument.
But I do. That is my defence.
We all know that.
I don't make huge statements about things I've known.
Your head is in the sand. Your head is in the sand.
I don't agree with that.
All Man City fans do this.
That's all Man City fans. Don't make blanket statements about all football fans.
You all have your head in the sand.
It's so disrespectful.
He's got to play his cards. He's got to play his cards as a City.
But then why can't you just be honest and say?
But he's a Man City fan. He doesn't have to be. That's what football's about.
Talk to me. You don't make statements about all of City fans. What world are you living in? What world are you living in? You
start doing a nonsense.
There are loads of football clubs around the table that have had issues in the past. I wouldn't say Rory represents all Chelsea fans. What world are you living in? I represent Chelsea as a football club. I'm interested in football in this country. You're not interested in the football debate about Man City.
Okay.
You're not.
All right, I'm not.
You don't like Man City. All right. So you think we should get
relegated? The reason why people don't like Man City is because of this shit, bro. Because you're a financially dope club.
I can't stand this pitiful, nobody likes us.
I thought you were interested in the football debate.
That's why people don't like it, because it's financially
doping.
And you're the Lance
I'm worried you can't actually have a football debate about this topic. That's the issue.
Because first of all, it's not a football debate.
It is. Of course it is.
Well, it's not. It's about...
He just said that Premier League titles could get taken away from City. Of course it's a football debate. It's a legal debate.
Bro,
What is it then?
Your head is in the sand, bro.
Heads in the sand. Can't have a debate.
Before the debate
Your head's in the
happens, you need
sand.
to take your head
Your
out.
head's in the sand. You say it. Why can't I say it then?
City fans are the perfect fan base
You
to
do
do
a
this
blanket
to.
statement. City
You're the
fans, City
perfect
fans,
fan
City
base
fans.
to do this to.
What world are you living in?
Because you're all idiots, bro.
All
and
idiots.
you all just push. You push the
There we
PR
go.
statements that your club drop.
There we go.
Like they're truth and like
I've
they're
never
gospel.
taken a penny
You
from Man
always
City.
do it,
I've never taken a penny from the club.
always do it, but they keep you relevant, and you know that once Man City
All right.
it don't have any of this
Make comments
wealth that
about
they
me.
shouldn't
Make comments
have.
about me. Don't
they're
make comments
fucked.
about. Don't make comments, blanket comments about thousands, millions of people. It's crazy.
you do.
It's inaccurate.
Because
that's
if
why
City
you're not
fans
interested
cared
in the
about
football
this
debate.
situation, they'd be protesting it, bro.
What City fans? You don't know what you're on about. You don't know what you're on about. You don't know what you're on about. You've talked to a couple of City fans. Yeah, you make jokes to no City fans. Probably Steve on an overlap. Me, different City fans. Fine. Don't make blanket statements about City fans.
So City fans do protest
And this
it.
is why you're not interested in the
City
football
fans do
debate. You want
protest it.
clips to say that
So
you're
City
this kind
fans
of
do
political
protest it.
revolutionary. You're not Che Guevara, mate. You're not a
City fans
political
do protest
revolutionary.
it.
You're not a political
So City fans
revolutionary.
do protest it.
I don't take moral. I don't take the
City
moral
fans
high
do
ground from other
protest
football
it.
fans.
So City fans do protest it. Because I just said,
Mate,
City
we
fans,
did a debate a few weeks
City
ago. Can
fans
I
have their
finish?
head
Can I
in
at
the
least
sand. You
finish?
got no.
Can I finish the point? We did a video
You haven't got a point though.
a couple of weeks ago. We did a video. I said it's absolutely grim that City are involved in this discussion. It's grim. I don't like it. You think I like it, but you're laughing. You don't listen to anything I say. Interrupt again, bro. Interrupt again. Go on.
There was an amazing moment.
Leave it on Buvey, bro.
Why? You can't cut across me again. You have no interest in the football debate. It's sad though, man. 'Cause I know that you have to like Man City. I don't like Man United, but I respect the institution of what Man United are.
What you're doing right now is it's just not the argument. You're making a straw man argument of you don't like football because all you want to talk about is this. What?
Yeah, use
You're
the
not
voice.
actually
Use the
talking
voice.
about the
Use the
topic
voice.
at hand.
Use the voice. You're not interested.
You're not
That's
talking-
fine.
Look, see again. You're moving it again.
I've
no
had-
matter what
I've
I say,
had- okay.
you keep changing the argument.
I've had this debate on multiple platforms, and they've been far more interesting on
And you
other
put your head in the
platforms. And it's a
sand
shame
every
because the
time.
club's a great YouTube channel, and you somehow debase the argument even further than it already has to be. It's a shame.
City fans are the perfect fan
City
base for
fans,
these lot.
City fans, 30
City
million
fans are,
City fans
which
around the
the
world. What are you on
examples
about?
right here.
City fans, City fans. What you speak for the bloke
There's
from
not 30
Tokyo?
million
30
City fans.
million? Where'd you get that?
Right, 5
got
million,
that
1
accounting
million,
going on.
100
outrageous.
City fans, 5 City fans. You know what you're on about.
There was, yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. The only thing that I can't work out is where this goes, regardless of whether regardless of the level of transgression. If Manchester City are found guilty, I feel like it's the impossible punishment, because what do? You relegate them. You promote an extra team. You give Arsenal a league. You give Liverpool a league. It's just a mess. Isn't
Nothing but like serious points deduction is going to suffice, because money doesn't mean a thing to them. Bottomless pit of cash means that they're happy to pay whatever fine and make it all go away. And unfortunately, I know that it's an uncomfortable conversation, and you are right. There is a chance that they are actually innocent. However, the likelihood is they've been found guilty and fined before of
The European
circumvent.
League, yeah.
Who
circumvent-
finds it likely?
Well, I mean, let's just put it like you've got previous track record of breaking the rules. So,
But in this
trying
situation,
to
we don't
jump
know enough
start.
about it. I don't know.
It will
I
be.
don't
I know, but that doesn't mean the
Wouldn't it
conversation
be in your
shouldn't
interest? Because every
happen,
time we
especially
talk about
because-
this, you go, you don't know enough about it. Wouldn't it be interesting to find out about it? Instead of
I know
instead of
enough. I know
constantly
enough.
doing
I
it?
think I do know enough. Actually, I know a lot about it. You can check out my channel, my personal YouTube channel. I've actually done a lot of other. I've done TalkSport. I've done loads of other.
We're not going to talk about it here.
No,
You know,
because you interrupt and you have no interest in the football debate. I've said it multiple times. You don't like Man City, so you just deride us. You say
I'd
all,
definitely,
all,
um,
guys,
all
don't-
City fans. All
I'd
City
definitely
fans.
put my head in the sand if I was a Man City fan. Just
I don't think.
That's the example.
I don't think.
But I would willfully do that. I wouldn't be.
Because apparently he's only going to talk about it on his YouTube channel now.
Well, I've tried on here. We've actually had really
You
good
haven't
discussions.
tried, bro.
I have.
You're pissing me off now. I don't want to carry on, bro, because you're just making things up about this. You're saying that I don't like football. I don't like City. Bro, you constantly just divert around it. Whenever he was talking about it, and
What have
you're
I
skipping
diverted
around
about?
it, bro.
I've said if we're found guilty, I said it's egregious for the
Yeah,
club,
I
Adam.
don't know enough about it. That's all you keep saying.
But you don't either.
All right.
And you're making bigger
I know
claims than
plenty
me.
more about you, and you know it as
What do you
well.
know?
That's the worst thing. You know it.
What? No,
You
what?
just
What
keep
do I know?
going around it.
What do I know?
You know it. That's why I keep. All right. You know it.
It's look,
that's
ultimately,
why you-
ultimately, however this
waiting to see.
plays out, it's going to have huge ramifications for football and for the Premier League. Even if Manchester City, not necessarily, I don't want to use the term "get away with it," because if I say
Wait,
"get
has the
away
foul
with
been
it," it
given again?
suggests that they've done something wrong, and maybe they haven't.
That was naughty.
But it's going to be a huge. The ramifications here are going to be massive.
Foul's been given against the
big
Hungarian.
foul here.
But I thought the Scottish player left a bit on him. So
There's been a few. The Scotland game has got a little bit fiery.
the Scottish player definitely won the ball, I
Grant
think.
Hanley.
But it did look like. Watch this. No.
I
Saw it wrong.
He's gone in.
Get him
He's
up.
actually gone in quite. Oh no!
That's a
Actually,
great tackle.
No, he's won the ball
What's he
clean.
meant to do there?
50-50 in
He's
it.
repositioned his leg.
The Hungarian
That's
player's
so
been
harsh,
bought.
man.
Is it?
You think that was yellow?
Yeah, no, I think it's fair.
Shane-
Oh, no, I thought it was 50-50 ball.
I thought that was a great challenge, man.
From him.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Suppose you can't get away with them now, innit? It's almost whoever wins the tackle.
I think if there's even a whisper of 2 feet, you're in big trouble, though, aren't
You
you?
got to keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah. Even if there's a whisper of a stud up, if you do any of that,
I don't know who it was the other day. I saw a clean sliding challenge. He took the ball.
Yeah.
walked up and
No,
got the
I
yellow.
saw the same one. Yeah.
I don't know. There've been some really.
Carl Walker did one. Carl Walker did one where he just perfectly took the ball and the ref blew. He's just like, what more can he do in that situation? Aside from letting the fellow go and allowing the geezer to potentially score.
McGinn into the. Who's that messed up the header?
Is it? No,
I feel like the refs have let the game run quite nicely this tournament
it's can't.
in general.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Have you seen the longest decision was the English refs?
Yeah.
Would be,
Typical,
yeah,
innit?
like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
only
just-
one in the
and I
whole
think they got
tournament.
it wrong.
more
Yeah, it
than
was
30
Anthony
seconds.
Taylor, wasn't it?
I think they got it wrong in the end. I don't think we made enough of it during the game, but I think they got it wrong because the keeper was never seemed to have an intent to go for the ball. And He kind of reacted to seeing the player after. Like,
You kind of worry, don't you, about what's going to happen in the Premier League because you're thinking this is a great example about how VAR should be used, speed, and you think, are we going to be able to, or our refs in the Premier League going to be able to do it as well?
Overall, Flav, are you a big fan of the automated?
I'm really enjoying it.
You're enjoying.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
You're enjoying the
Think about it a lot and just think overall.
automated VAR.
7 out of 10. But it's
No, it has worked.
It's
I do
better, yeah.
agree with you. It has worked. It's been a great tournament, hasn't it? Although, do you know what? Basically, everyone I've spoken to who's been in Germany has said that it's been a disaster over there.
Really?
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
logistically.
Like
Travelling is a nightmare. Trains are 3
trains
hours.
are a fortune. You know the
Yeah.
myth, which I've been subsequently told is a myth. Travel in Germany, public transport, trains, intercity connection, cheap. It's a
Yeah,
complete joke. It's been like Scottish fans have had a nightmare. English fans have had a nightmare. It's been really tough over there, I think.
I saw a few videos where people were surprised that the place looks kind of like Croydon.
Yeah, that was Gelsenkirchen. I've been there. It was terrible. It was terrible.
There's about
Not
two.
inspiring architecture.
No,
Dortmund-
it's Gelsenkirchen, man.
Dortmund's one of the most bleak places I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I know
where
I've
I've got tickets for Dortmund. That's where I'm
Yeah.
going. Semi-final.
Have you been to Dortmund before?
Nah, never.
It's essentially just built around the football club. Everything points towards the football club
Yeah.
and poured concrete. That's Dortmund. Like, and don't get me wrong, like there's reason for it going back to the World War, but yeah, it's an
Oh God Almighty!
yeah. There's that, and there's
there's that.
and there's
Just that.
lots of places that got flattened in the Second World War,
Yeah,
which is why it's so boring.
Lots of new builds.
lots of new builds.
Like Cologne, beautiful.
Cologne, lovely cathedral.
Cologne.
Lovely
Half-time
cathedral. That's where
Scotland
England.
game?
That's where England are playing Tuesday. That was the one I was supposed to go to until I swapped it for a semi-final ticket, thinking we'd get there. And now I'm really
Have you
worried
got
because
any
now I'm
fa-
not going to end up at the tournament.
Do you have any faith that we will get first? Does anybody have any faith that
do,
we?
do you know why I think we can, Flav? I think that England can limp into a semi-final. I think that we can get there. If you think, like, we're furious at the moment, everybody's disheartened, the press are furious, Southgate is hanging onto his job by his fingernails. We are through. Like, we're through in the group. Nobody has ever gone out with 4 points, and we have already managed to accrue 4 points.
Who are we set to play as it stands?
It will be the Czech Republic, according to my
Your calculation.
calculations.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It will be.
Right.
It will be.
If we don't improve in the
Czech
next game,
Republic.
it's like
So it goes. If I've done it correctly, it goes, and England win the group. It goes Czech Republic, Italy, Germany, and Dortmund. France in Dortmund.
Oh,
France in Dortmund. So it goes Czech Republic, Italy, France. If we win the group, that's how I've worked it out.
Right.
If we finish second in the group, we're out because then it goes Germany, Spain, Portugal. I don't think we get through either. So we have to play Czech Republic, grow into the tournament, maybe get Luke Shaw back. We have to play Italy, a team who I think we're better than. We beat them home and away in qualifying. and then it's France in Dortmund, and that's what I've got the ticket for. The other reason I need us top of the group is
Oh,
because
you
I'm
got
going
to
to be
think of the semi-final.
semi-final Dortmund.
Oh,
I had the choice of
France Italy is good. Though. France
strong.
Italy is good. I think you'll enjoy that.
I don't even know if I'll go if it's.
Fuck that. I don't even love football enough to do that.
Yeah. I'll go, look, and because the other thing is
Be some experience.
Semi-final.
Yeah.
France against who?
I'd rather-
Germany.
France,
Oh,
France,
I'm
Italy.
there.
You're 100%.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
France, France,
Germany are
Italy.
second in
You
their
couldn't
group.
pay me enough money today.
Because the other side of the draw, will
Sounds
be.
Welsh here.
It would have been the semi-final in Munich, and the geezer that I was swapping with had a Munich, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this now that we finish top of the group.
Yeah, I'd love to see France and Germany, man.
Yeah.
England aren't going to get there. I doubt it anyway. So
Can we
get
ultimately?
yourself ready
Ultimately,
for
though,
disappointment.
ultimately, that comes down to:
Oh, I'm ready.
will we finish top of the group?
I was born into this
Will
life.
England finish top of the group? Even if we're totally uninspired with this England team so far,
Yeah, we'll
will
beat
England
Slovenia.
finish top of the group?
Yeah. So then we'll get
So we're top of the group. So then it's presumably the Czech Republic. Do we beat the Czech Republic?
probably, yeah. Like a really
Stick and all
Are they
that?
currently second?
Yeah, I think it's shaping up that way.
They'll
And
be
then
a-
it's Italy.
I think they beat
I
them.
think we beat
I
Italy.
don't think we beat them. We don't beat Italy. No
But
way.
we've beaten Italy twice. We beat Italy in Naples.
when it
mate.
matters.
Qualifying. We beat them
I
in
never.
Naples.
They're not very good. They're not
I know
great.
it's like to fit my argument. I get it, but I don't qualify. I don't count qualifying in the same way. In knockout football,
Yeah,
we're
100%.
bad against
No,
Italy.
you're 100% right.
But I do-
Capello's record when we qualified, it was impeccable.
But going, England haven't won in Italy. Like even the famous one where we always think of it as a victory. Paul Ince and Ian Wright, like Paul Ince bandaged up. You always
Yeah.
think of Rome. Then one night in Rome, we were strong, we had grown, as the song goes, and all that. That was a draw, man.
Yeah, we drew,
That was a draw. Like I reckon if I'd said to you, obviously, if I ask a question, you're gonna know that there's a bit of a trick coming. If I show you Paul Ince and Ian Wright celebrating and play the lyrics from Three Lions, you obviously equate that with victory in Rome.
Yeah.
Then one night in Rome, we were strong, we had grown.
Yeah, we basically weren't shit
Ince
for
and
one.
Wright, it's going mental. The England fans like getting charged by the police and going nuts in the tear gas. It was a fucking draw.
Oh.
You know what I mean? We didn't even win. We did under Southgate. We went to Naples and won. You're just not convinced. I felt like I made a really good case there, Boozy. You just looked at me. You looked at me totally flat. You just looked at me like that.
But I'm always reminded when Harry Redknapp sat there in the studio once, he said, it's just we look like the best side in the world in qualifying. And we get to the tournament. I wouldn't back us to beat Italy in the knockouts. No way.
I'm backing us all the way. We're going to win it.
We're going to win it.
We're going to
Have you
win
seen-
the
have
whole
you seen
bloody
enough?
home.
Have you seen enough?
We're going to win it.
Oh,
We're going to win it. Who's going to stop us?
No,
Who's going to stop us?
No one's going to stop us.
No one's going to stop
Look how
us.
good our team is.
No, what?
Look
Name
how
them
good all the
boys, mate.
players
He's not
are.
going to stop us.
They're going to stop us.
Who's going to
What
stop
do they
us?
think now?
Name one team that can stop us.
No,
Name
no,
one.
I can't.
Portugal,
Nah.
Probably.
Germany,
Nah.
Spain.
Yeah, there's
Italy.
there's a long
all
list.
them.
actually.
Romania.
Long list.
Okay, apart from them. Fine. Apart from
All
them.
them, Adam. Yeah.
Start it from now.
Yeah. Don't say them. Now who? Yeah. Yeah.
I'd much rather live in that mad illusion than just accept reality that
No,
we
you've
are.
got to have some fun in it.
Yeah.
You've got to have faith, man. This is what George Michael was saying.
Yeah.
You've got to have the faith.
I kind of get it. Like, I'm someone that don't think England will ever win anything with Southgate, but like, I also understand why fans like Rory put that to the side. Before
What
the
else can you
tournament
do?
starts. 'Cause
Gotta
if you
believe.
don't, you're gonna go crazy.
Look, all it takes is one. Okay, look, let me paint you a picture.
Do it, boys. We can
Here
do
we
it.
go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Listen,
Here we go. Everyone close.
since what happened the other night, everybody was really uninspired. We limped against Denmark. It was painful. It was torturous. It was uninspiring. It was everything that we didn't want this tournament to be.
Yeah, it was shit.
The fallout has been loud.
Yeah.
Gary Lineker has made noise that hasn't been made by somebody in his position ever before. People like us have been making noise. The press have been going for the jugular. The team now have heard that, and they know that this is their chance. Gareth Southgate potentially has 2 games left as England manager, unless he's brave, unless he's bold, unless he's daring. And it only takes a couple of tweaks. All he has to do, bring in maybe Cole Palmer, maybe Anthony Gordon, bring in maybe Kobe Mainoo, maybe Conor Gallagher, give people different responsibilities, and suddenly it's golden. All he needs to do is remember one thing. There is one thing that he has forgotten that if he remembers, will win the tournament. He needs to remember that he is a very bad manager, because that's what he's forgotten. He's forgotten it. What he has done is managed to convince himself that he's a good manager and he can play Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield and give inverted fullback. What he needs to remember is he's the vibes guy. He's not the tactical guy. He hasn't got the tactical mastermind. He hasn't got that ability to change a game from the dugout. He just needs to make sure that everybody's happy, pick the best players, Declan Rice, Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, get them playing well, hope for the best.
I'm with you.
Hope for the best.
Get them playing well. This should be his approach to the game. Get them playing well, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Don't start playing. Whether you think Trent Alexander-Arnold is a good midfielder or not, whether you think he is the answer in midfield or not, he isn't the answer to this manager because it requires an understanding of tactics and personnel. And
so you think is he going to drop Trent for the next game?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. He cannot play Trent Alexander-Arnold as a midfielder.
I think he will start him again.
Yeah, I think this is the hill that he wants to die on.
I think
he will die. He will die. If you want to die on the hill, you're Richard III, mate. You're going to die.
I don't want him to, but I think he will.
No, he won't.
He'll start the same team.
Stop it.
No, he will.
No. Stop it. I don't want to hear it.
No, he will.
No, I don't know he will. He will drop.
What would your reaction if he does?
I will go loads mad. What I think has to happen is Trent Alexander-Arnold needs to be dropped from the team altogether. He cannot play in midfield in this iteration of England with this manager. It just doesn't work.
It does seem mad that the national coach has
so quite simply,
I'm going to do something different with
maybe
Trent Alexander.
maybe you play Declan Rice, Declan Rice deeper, Jude Bellingham deeper, Phil Foden in his natural position, Cole Palmer maybe on the wing. That changes everything. Anthony Gordon maybe on the wing. Like imagine Cole Palmer comes in. Just go with me on this, right? Cole Palmer comes in, scores 1, assists 2.
Penalty, probably.
A star is born. The catalyst of the tournament, England's tournament, actually starts on Tuesday night. And you could be here with us for it on the club. Nobody's with me. Literally nobody spoke after that. That was my we'll fight them on the beaches moment. And nobody came with me.
Rory, I feel less excited now.
Shut up, you big...
Somehow.
Mate, why don't you talk to me more about VAR then? You love that. That excites you, seemingly. Automated VAR really gets me going.
Why'd you invite me on to just abuse me? What is that?
That's why we invite you on.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to be what you want me to be under the...
Think it's another...
That's his favourite.
Blink-182 song.
They did a version of, Annie, are you okay? Will you tell us that you're okay?
Yeah, that's Alien Ant Farm, but yeah.
It's that kind of thing, though, isn't it?
It's same.
It's that kind of thing. Camden Town, the underworld in Camden Town.
Did a collab album with Jay-Z as well.
Yeah, feeling so precious under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me.
Who really was that? That was Linkin Park, wasn't it?
Walking in your shoes.
Yeah, Nom-Uncle.
Have you got a tattoo of that one?
Are Scotland going through, lad?
Mate, why is nobody with me on this? I've just done my rousing England speech.
Because he won't change anything. It will just pick the same fucking team again.
I think he knows now about Trent. I think it'll be the same side and then it'll just be Conor Gallagher in midfield.
There was this...
The exact same 11.
It can't be Foden on the wing anymore, though.
I think he'll do it. It's wrong.
It's Gordon. Gordon or Palmer has to come into the team.
Yeah.
It's got to be Bellingham's got to drop in. It's surely like he's saying we haven't got Calvin Phillips, but we have got Jude Bellingham.
That was the most painful thing I think he's ever said.
I think what he was getting at, he shouldn't have said it the way he said it, but there was Calvin Phillips did do a lot of water carrying.
No, Flav. Shut up.
No, he
Flav,
did.
Don't make excuses.
I'm not making excuses. Flav's right.
I'm not making excuses. I'm saying what he was talking about.
Flav, you're legitimising one of the most...
I'm telling you what he meant.
No, it doesn't matter what he meant. What he said was,
okay,
we haven't been able to replace Calvin Phillips. And what he didn't appreciate there is that he has got Kobe Mano, he has got Adam Wharton, he has got Conor Gallagher, he has got one of the
different attributes.
And he's waxing lyrical over a geezer who can't get in a West Ham team, man. Like, that is so unacceptable with this.
He also had an opportunity to pick Phillips and didn't.
It's one of the most confusing Biden-esque things.
You listened to him.
When he's crazy. Is he actually losing the plot?
When he came out,
Gareth Southgate walking off into the distance on the side.
Yeah. Emmanuel Macron's like that. Come back here, Gareth.
It's bizarre.
He's just wandering around.
Yeah, no. I agree with you. But when
I get the positional sense of it.
Yeah.
To bring his name up.
Madness.
I heard someone say if if Gareth Southgate had been missing Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, and he'd not picked him, and then he'd brought up his name, it would be outrageous. This is Calvin Phillips.
When he said
We've got to be part of it.
3 years ago.
When he said it,
So what does that say to you, the midfielders?
He took exactly, and he took Luke Shaw. Like he's taken an injured player.
When he said it, you were like, "Fuck's sake, Gareth, I can't help you here, mate. I can't spin this for you. This is mental."
Yeah, you're losing me by the day. I'm trying to back you.
I'm lost.
Come on.
Do you know what? Even, I mean, they're few and far between these days. Some people went early on Southgate. Some people have like tried to persevere and preserve a love of his. Even those people, those diehards. Even those people kind of went, "Oh God, Gareth."
Yeah,
man.
there's no. How do you talk around this? This is impossible. You've been shit.
The most gifted set of midfielders that I can remember England having.
Luckily,
in terms
there's
of
still
volume.
time. Luckily, there's still time.
Yeah, but you're suggesting that he's just going to stick with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I think he might do that. I'm just saying that there's still time for a new manager to come in to take
It's
advantage.
2
of
games
players.
in a row. He's taken them off after 55 minutes. That is
I
managerial.
thought it was the end. When he went off in the last game, Alexander-Arnold, that to me felt like the end of the Alexander-Arnold experiment in midfield.
So everyone hopes.
Flav, here's your mate. Look,
Yeah, mate.
Lyndon Dykes,
you
good
and
looking
him,
man, isn't he?
big Lincoln
Blink
Park fan.
283.
Blink
Who's that?
283, man. Yeah, that is
I
a
thought
man.
it was the Italian
That is a
tenor.
man who listens to the same music as you.
All right.
Well, and another one of the bands that he
Dressed
listens
quite
to.
well. He's got nice strides on. Fine with that. Fine with that.
What's another one of his bands?
I'm running out. What else?
Whose band? Mine.
Oh, I know. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Move in or move out. Hands up or hands down. Back up, back up.
On that note, who's off?
Smash Mouth.
Yeah. Fred Durst.
Slipknot.
Flipknot. Flipknot, man. Yeah, he loves them.
What's our score predictions, man? Do we think Germany are going to come back?
I don't know if they are.
don't know if they
Switzerland
are.
are going through. They currently have 7 points. They're going
Great
through
win for
as
them.
winners of the group as it stands.
Yeah, Switzerland are winning the group.
Switzerland
Germany are
win the
second.
group. That causes all sorts of problems,
What are
doesn't
the
it?
ramifications?
It does. It causes
Looking
all
at the
sorts
table,
of problems.
man, no
Not necessarily
way.
for us. We're on the
Who
other
did,
side of the group. As long as we win the
the
group.
runners up of Germany's group get? Check that.
No, we were going to get Germany if we finished second in the group.
So now you could
No,
get
no, 'cause
Germany
it goes
finish first.
different. It goes different.
Yeah, it's different
Yeah.
groups. It's I don't know what it is. Is it?
Switzerland are the top. That is crazy.
7 points.
What does it? Have you got?
Germany are
the
currently second
permutations?
and Scotland are currently third.
Yeah, is there a way of
know
checking
that.
what?
Yeah, what do you want?
Who
The permutations.
Who
What
will
is it?
Germany play if they finish second?
How do we find out
wait.
The
that
winner
is-
of what group?
possible bracket?
Is it winner of Group B?
No, if Germany win the group, they play second in our group. I know that for a fact.
Currently Denmark.
They play.
But if Germany come second and we come first, then we'll play Germany.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, how does it work
It's more complex.
Someone
than that.
commented saying if Germany finish second, we will face Germany in the quarters if we win.
Yeah, in the
our
quarters.
We
But
don't
who
want-
do they play next if Germany finish second?
I mean,
If you can tell me the group name, I'll find it right
But
now.
we don't want that. We don't want to play Germany in the
No.
quarterfinals.
As,
That'll be
look,
the
if,
end.
if Germany win their group,
So we
and
want Germany to win this.
we want Germany to win their group because if assuming we win our group, Germany win their group, we win our group, we don't play Germany till the final
Yeah.
if we play them.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare to come second for them. I'm sorry. It might not make any difference for them winning it, but
No, it's a nightmare.
off the couple of tournaments they've had, the World Cups they've
I
had.
think it might mean they end up on Portugal. If Portugal,
Do we know in the back room, lads? Do we know who they're playing if they come second?
no,
Just shaking their head. Down they go. Don't know.
they're shaking their head.
Yeah. Doesn't even
lads.
try to.
Yeah,
look.
also,
thanks, lads.
Jack didn't even
Yeah.
try.
Did we have a big table we did it in the video?
No, I'm very intimidated
No,
by Jack these
I-
days. So
yeah,
I'm not even.
Jack could have done this. 1 minute. Give me,
Yeah,
give me 5. I'll
yeah,
find
yeah.
out for you. Just went like this. No, don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Busy
Work it
here,
out,
mate.
boys.
Got my headphones on. Leave me alone.
Watching TikTok.
Spain or Italy, apparently.
Spain or Italy?
From Mike.
Spain or Italy?
Italy or the second team behind Spain. Italy, Spain, or
Hey, so
Croatia.
Germany need to finish top for themselves.
This is great for us
What is if we're second?
because they could lose the next round of 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want,
Then-
I think
then-
that size to be
Would you
rubbish
rather,
as soon as
mate? You'd
possible.
rather play Germany than Spain, though. Spain are a better team than Germany.
I'd rather play Spain just.
Nah.
They're not that much better than Germany.
I've been impressed.
England are
advantage.
far more likely to beat Germany in Germany than we are Spain in Germany.
You think?
Correct.
So
Spain are
think?
are good, man.
Germany's group
They're
is
back
A.
line.
Group
Mate,
A.
Spain
Yeah?
and their
Germany are
wingers.
gettable now. We're watching it right now.
Germany got a better side.
Mate, imagine what Kieran
Right,
Trippier
if
is
you
going to
press,
do
they're-
against Spain
they're
wingers.
comfortable.
So imagine Kieran Trippier. Like, think about it. England on
Harry
that.
Kane. Come on.
England on that side.
Harry
yeah.
Kane.
Harry Kane.
That was
The man
worrying.
might not even
Harry
be able to
Kane's
play.
comments were worrying
Mate,
as well.
think about England on that.
So we've had a
that
great
side.
start to the
Do you know what we need? Is there anything in this? England, Gareth Southgate's really bold. You play Joe Gomez left back instead of Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon on the left wing. Just a brand new left side because the left side is so poor at the moment.
No, that's
Fair
not
enough.
not on performance.
Fair enough.
Gay's been one of our best players. No, there was no issue with us.
Gay is our best
And
player.
Trippier's been good as well.
Okay.
Trippier hasn't been good.
Trippier played all right against Denmark.
has been good.
He played all right.
Good relative
He
to
played
how
all
bad
right.
they-
No, hang on. Mark Gahey's been England's player of the tournament. Kieran Trippier has been woeful.
He's not been woeful. Roars, please.
Kieran Trippier, every single...
Woeful's too much.
Please.
One of the reasons why England
He's
have
limited
looked-
though, isn't he?
Exactly.
He's
It cuts in
limited.
every time.
It's not
cuts
his
in
fault.
every time.
Of a scale of all England players, Pickford's been good, Gahey, Trippier's been good,
No,
Foden's
no,
been
no,
poor,
no.
Kane's been poor.
Kieran Trippier is part of this, mate. Part
Saka's
of
been
the
decent.
reason why England are so one-dimensional is because we can only do anything on the other wing.
It's not very balanced.
Yeah, he's not a good left back, but him as a player playing in that position, he's been decent. Yeah,
I disagree. I think part of the reason why England have been so woeful is because of Kieran Trippier and Kieran
It's not
Trippier's
his fault, right?
limitations.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Whether it's his fault or not, the
And
bottom
the
line
natural
is
left back helps because it keep your whip.
basically England. If
And
you're
it helps
if you're
Foden or
defending
whoever's
against
out there
England,
as
if you're the England opposition, if you're in the
Why he
opposition
left
dugout,
Brantford at home
all
is-
you need to do is look at England and go, I'll tell you what, worry about Saka, worry about Walker. Don't even think about the other side, because what's going to happen is Kieran Trippier is going to pick the ball up and immediately switch play.
But who else would? But genuine question.
No, I just
Who
mean
doesn't
revamp.
do that?
You could play Gomez there, who's more natural there as a left back because he's played there for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So then he can actually make the width.
And the
He's
thing
still
that people,
right-footed.
the thing that people constantly
Well,
forget about
his
Kieran
runs
Trippier
will
is
be
Kieran
more
Trippier had a
natural as a
terrible
left back.
season at right back. He had a terrible season at right back, and we're asking a player who's in terrible form to play on the opposite wing. And people's reasoning for it is he was good there 4 years ago.
The decision to take Shaw just baffles.
It's grim. It's
Yeah,
one of
but-
the biggest mistakes I've
Yeah, but
seen
That's
also
in
a
a long
Livramento,
time.
man.
And Mitchell from
Mitchell,
Palace, he could have
yeah,
done
fine.
a job.
Look,
Huh?
basically,
Just take
Take
a
a left
left
back,
basically,
back and balance.
is
Even
there-
if you take Shaw, take a natural left
is there
back.
anything in
Why
the
not Chilwell?
Is there anything in the he had a terrible
It's
season.
the
But he's
experience.
better. Look, he's better than what we've got at
gives
the
you
moment.
balance as
Is
well.
there
better than a
anything in the
broken
theory, just
Mitchell.
a brand new left side to trouble the opposition, to give the because at the moment, the Slovenian manager is going, that Saka's a player, you better watch him. Let's make sure that we're trying to nullify Saka. Tell you what, Kyle Walker, you've got to keep him quiet. So everything is focused on the right hand
Look at
side.
that. Oh,
He fall over.
Let's give them
That's
something
right,
else to
right
think
moment.
about. Cole Palmer over there on the left, Anthony
Well,
Gordon
you're
over there.
spot on about the forward.
Just a brand new, just a brand new left
think
side.
Cole
just
Parker
throw-
didn't play on
throwing
the
the
left,
baby
though,
out with
did
the bathwater a little bit without a left. If it's a left back replacing Trippier, you're spot on. But Gomez is still
even
right-footed.
another right-footed. Yeah, it doesn't
It's the
solve
same
the
problem.
problem. It's just the same thing.
And
It's
Trippier
probably-
got far more
Been
experience.
poor.
He was
He's
all
not
right
been
against
Yes,
poor.
Denmark.
but then
He was
he's
fine
probably
against
What's he
taking him
done
as well
poor?
because he's part of the family, isn't he?
Oh,
He's
that
part
is
of that,
poor.
the guys
He's not
who've
made a
got him
mistake,
to
Rory.
where he is. If you want to like bed in a new youngster,
Can't
is
do it
now
yourself.
really the time to be
I
doing
don't
it.
know
If
if-
he's pivotal. Like,
I don't know if
like
being
Trippier
part of the
is.
family is always a good thing.
That's definitely buying Trippier points, man. 100%.
No, I'm sure
He's
that's
like his
why,
go-to
that's
guy.
why he's being selected. Absolutely, but I don't know if it's lending itself to a better performance.
Right. Well,
He's,
I mean,
he's a chronically out of form.
show me
footballer.
the better option, man. You reckon Livramento? I've heard you say.
Sometimes a new idea. Sometimes a new idea. So
He hasn't left us with many
we
options.
go
has he?
Gomez.
This is a problem.
A new idea.
Gomez, is that new? Is it?
Well,
is
it gives what it will do is it will give Slovenia something else to think about rather than knowing what Kieran Trippier is
But
going
Gomez
to do.
isn't a better fullback than Trippier.
He's a better
No.
left back.
Is he?
He's in better.
He's a better centre back.
He's in better form as well.
But
Better
it's so
form.
it's so
At left back.
The form is
He's played
so
left back
bad.
for
There's
a
not
long
enough
time.
difference in to make
Not for Liverpool.
have any
Yeah.
kind of impact. I don't
This
think
season.
He's-
Since before Klopp, I think he played there.
Yeah, for Charlton Athletic. Yeah, he did.
No, even
but
at Liverpool.
but
He
Trippier's
had another man.
Trippier's played left back in the Champions League last
But,
season.
No,
mate,
but-
it's like
Trippier's been out of form. And
He has, yeah, of
he's
course.
not-
Trippier was
I
a
don't think
terrible
he's the
right back
problem
last
for
year.
England, though.
I mean,
the
it's
problem is we don't have a left back.
Yeah, the problem
It's
is
that
the
simple.
squad- the
We should
squad-
be debating this. It's ridiculous. Why has the manager made us debate this? It's crazy.
Was Chilwell fit then?
Yeah, Chilwell could have
Chilwell's
gone.
fit.
Chilwell's
Mitchell's
fit.
fit.
Yeah.
They're all fit, bro.
Mitchell was fit.
Shaw is.
Mitchell
You know what
played
you were
for
saying
it.
about being part
He's
of the
a
family?
fucking idiot,
That is
man.
so applicable to
Right,
Shaw's inclusion.
Right.
Because I think what he's done is he's assumed that England are going to get, and I suppose he was correct. I was just about to say he's going to assume that England are going to coast through the group, and I suppose on some level we have
sort
done
of
that.
are,
We
yeah.
have done that,
Playing poorly,
and he
haven't
thinks
we?
that he can get Luke Shaw fit
didn't even
by
train
the time
other
we
day.
need
That's
him.
next weekend.
But he's managed to he's slowed right down. Like by now, Luke Shaw was supposed to be training outfield with his team.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw is still today training indoors.
Also, the-
I mean, maybe
solo.
that's
The pace
He's on
of
his
the
own.
tournament's been relentless, and then to expect him to just jump in the round of 16
When did he last
or
play?
against a game against France. In
When
the
did he last play for
quarterfinal.
United? We talking 6-7 months ago, maybe.
I can't even remember that.
Right,
long.
so ages ago.
Was there
So he's-
literally nothing
We've been with
even
that left
slightly
back for a long
recently?
time.
Was it Adam? Were there
Was he coming
even
back?
were there even moments like did he play 3 games for you in
He
March?
started the season, I think.
So we're talking that long ago.
Like he hasn't played really.
For him
Someone
to
may,
then just
may say he played a game, but he hasn't played consistently.
This is the
Mo-
family here. This is the family. This is.
I mean, it must
this
speak
is the
volumes as to
definition.
how good he is then. Seriously.
But he's not.
No, he's the best. He's our best
By
left
far
back.
and away
but-
England's left back. best left back.
But if he's not playing, it's irrelevant. He can't. His first game for 7 or 8 months can't be in the quarterfinal against.
I think he's having an absolute meltdown. Trent in midfield, picking Shaw, and the Calvin Phillips comments. We're skirting over it because we want us to do well. He's having an absolute meltdown of Capello proportions in South Africa. If you're in his head right now, he's in a nightmare.
Who, Trent?
No, Southgate is living in his own nightmare. He doesn't know how to set out the team. He has no idea about who's the best players, and he's picking players he had no idea about. It's criminal.
Shaw last played in Feb, but he's only made 15 appearances all season. So,
God, dear.
but that kind of I
Dear,
kind of
dear.
knew he played this side of Christmas, but I knew he hadn't played much
I suppose.
around that.
He's making Sunday League errors all across how he handles the press, how he handles squad selection, Southgate, and how he manages an 11 by putting a right back in midfield. He's making Sunday League level manager mistakes across the board. It is a national embarrassment. It's a national embarrassment.
No, the Calvin Phillips quote was.
It was
Very moist.
It was crazy.
Calvin
It was
Phillips quote
crazy.
Was what you just described it. Like,
So
the,
can I
Calvin Phillips quote, I think, has ended even the feel-good fans. You know, the fans
I have to admit, he's
We
given
used-
me some of the best days
course.
out for England as an England fan I've ever seen.
Same.
Never, let alone
It's
seen
all-
other
it's all
people
totally
experience.
overrated,
That's
though,
not the point, man.
Mm.
I still hold those
Yeah.
days in good memory. but
beating Iran and that was massive. I
What
feel like
is-
it was a great day, but ultimately,
man, that's
no,
so
it was a
Germany.
great day. Yeah, Germany's the one. And
don't
let's
do
not-
don't do that. Don't
And
do
we
that
got
because
to
I
the
know
final
for a
and the
fact
semi-final.
that during Russia you saw how the country was pulled together.
No, Russia, I was
Right?
in favour.
Iran's
of him.
Qatar.
Russia, I was in favour.
Right,
of
so I'm just saying, give him that for a second. Even if you were in slightly, and he's been letting us down recently with decisions or whatnot, how it's been going before this tournament started.
My
I'm almost completely out, even though
same.
my
we're
line in the sand with him came
Same.
at the end of the Euros in England. That was up until then. So Russia, I was completely Southgate. Do you remember when Ian Wright said, you know, what do the Americans say about their country? One nation under God. Do you remember Ian Wright said one nation under Southgate? In 2018, I
That's
was
what he did.
In
That is what he
2018,
did,
I was very much one nation under Southgate. Loved him. By the time we lost to that Italian team at Wembley, not in the immediate aftermath, but in the reflection of that game,
Penalties.
the fact that it went to penalties was the problem.
Right.
The fact- the fact that it-
0-0.
The fact that it went. No, the fact that we were 1-0 up after 2 minutes. We were 1-0 up after 2 minutes, and we had literally one shot on target at home in a European final in 120 minutes of football against an Italian team that didn't even qualify for either World Cup, either side of that tournament.
Yeah, no,
we
no,
were
no.
Roberto Mancini battered him at Wembley, and that to me was where it started to become unacceptable. Then the Nations League. Do you remember when Holland relegated us?
Also, he
That
had a
was-
chance.
that-
Are you,
then-
this is,
If he
are
wants
you
to
invested
experiment, he
then in
could've
the Nations League? Are you actually, you buy into it?
No.
You're thinking, oh, yeah, let's take this seriously.
No. But what I would say is, if you're in something,
If we win
It's-
that trophy, do you actually care?
being relegated from the Nations League for Scotland to take our place in the Premier League of it, yeah, that did matter to me. It did.
Also, like,
It did matter.
You know why I think that was a problem? Like, he didn't. If you tried loads of different things in that, and then went out, you go, you know what? We used it to kind of try different things out, and you know, they played like their full strength 11 every game.
Let's also remember we were relegated. Like, it's not winning it. Like, we should have won it. You know, we should have beat the Dutch that day. We were pitiful. We were quite good on the build up as well. Do you know what, Hugh? I have to be honest as well. I did care because when we beat Spain away, I thought that was amazing. I celebrated it. So it would be very hypocritical of me
I
to
just think-
celebrate that.
I see what you're saying. It's just like during the season, I'm so fully invested in club football that the short period of time that managers get to work with the national team, I don't expect too much, and I don't expect it to sort of rise to this prime level during what is essentially these glorified friendlies. They
But
just
it's
change the name.
but it's cumulative. So it's losing to the Dutch, losing in Wembley the way that we did. Then with hindsight and other things adding to the equation, what happened in Moscow against Croatia, which is basically when Gareth Southgate got outthought by the opposition dugout. You know, we played 5 at the back. They worked out very quickly that if you pin our fullbacks back, they can dominate the midfield. They did that.
Still would have won with a simple cutback. That's all you got to do. Square the ball.
But
Simple.
but there's
you can't
too
blame
many
him for that. really.
You can, because you should be creating more
Or
than
you
one
can equally
chance.
blame the players then.
I do.
You know, one of the things with me though, especially with this Trent thing, like Trent's been someone look, I don't watch every press conference of England, but I have noticed Southgate never really truly fancied Trent previously. And it doesn't feel like this is a midfield thing that he's been thinking of for a long time, and he really, really believes in it, and he wants this to work.
No, he panicked.
It feels like something he's just
he panicked because of what happened to Kobe Mainoo
I don't
in
think he
Newcastle.
knows more than Jurgen Klopp, who has said like Trent isn't a natural
He panicked after the ball.
midfielder.
He
Like,
panicked after
you
the.
ain't better than Jurgen Klopp.
He panicked.
Yeah.
He panicked and he bowed down to peer pressure. And I think that he was ready to play Kobe Mainoo there. And Kobe Mainoo didn't have a particularly good game. Was it against Bosnia-Herzegovina? Iceland? Whatever the game was.
All went
before.
round
But
him.
even then,
Yeah.
bro, like England have had a settled squad and settled players, and forget Wharton and Mainoo. You should have had a plan coming. You knew Henderson went to Saudi Arabia. You knew Calvin Phillips wasn't fancied at City. He wasn't playing football. He went West Ham. When did he go in January?
But that's the thing with
like,
that's the thing
so
with
how have
Henderson.
you not had a plan
You know when
for 12
Henderson
months, like,
exactly.
leading to
You know
this?
when Henderson came back to play in Europe, it was almost as if the idea had been that like Southgate had killed the man, but not the idea with regards to Jordan Henderson. Like he had no choice but to leave Jordan
It's
Henderson
another
out.
hill. He was very uncomfortable
Exactly.
leaving. He really wanted
You
to die on
fly
that
into
hill.
Amsterdam every single week.
No, also, I don't know this, but I truly believe that part of the decision-making process for Jordan Henderson to come back and play at Ajax was in order to feature in this tournament.
Yeah.
Of course it
He
was.
needed it to go well, and he didn't go well at Ajax. You know,
No.
I've got to say, Joe Tomlinson tweeted something about substitutions. He said the substitutions from Gareth Southgate feel premeditated, pre-planned.
Yeah.
So basically, we've got a manager. He's not reacting to the games even against Denmark.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, hold on a second. Let me just clarify. The 3 substitutions he's made in the last game, Kane, Saka and Foden, all coming off.
Yeah,
You've got Eze, Watkins and...
You've got Trent, who is going to be the guy who's going to find the people you're bringing on in Watkins, Eze. These are the runners. But you're taking off the quarterback now.
There's an argument
That's
that is
not
the wrong
pre-planned,
decision. I think it was still right to take Trent off. He was that poor. I wouldn't have brought 3 on. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't
What
have
did
brought
you
3
think
on.
of those 3
I didn't
subs
think
coming
that
on?
it-
I thought
They're
that was
fine if Trent's on the pitch and he's there to ping the balls to him. You're taking him off
Do
as well.
you know
so
what,
it's finding them.
Hugh? When we were talking on the night, we agreed, even almost like speaking about it, it dawned on us all that if you're being quite harsh and you're ranking England's players, so you put in Harry Kane towards the top, Jordan Pickford towards the top, and you're just ranking. What happened was, by the end of that game, the substitutions that were made, England at the same time had our least. Not our least good, but
We had a mid-table team
in
on.
terms of our
Sorry,
most
we had a mid-table team
inexperienced,
on.
we had a mid-table. What should never happen in a tournament, particularly a tournament with this quality? Ollie Watkins, Eberechi Eze, Conor Gallagher, and
Bowen.
Jared Bowen should never be on the same pitch at the same time.
We could 4-0 up. Go for it, mate.
No, but there's always room. There's always room for a Jared
That's
Bowen.
a 4-0 up substitution. Spot
Devil's
on.
advocate though, where Harry Kane was becoming ineffective when he was dropping deep. We've seen the difference Ollie Watkins made when he came onto the pitch. Like,
No,
immediately running in behind.
There's a world where Watkins
is-
can be the right change,
Saka
but not
was
Watkins.
effective, but maybe not
Wholesale
as
change
effective
for the
at
issue,
that point.
Watkins, Gallagher, Eze, and Bowen.
And people have complained
It's
about
just not good
Foden's
enough.
performances all tournament. So he's taken off players that weren't particularly playing well.
But not all at the same time. Look, there's always room for an Eberechi Eze in the team, but alongside Harry Kane when
Yeah,
there's
ease him in,
experience.
man.
Yeah,
Ease it.
not Eberechi Eze, Jared Bowen, Ollie Watkins. That's crazy.
Again, that's why I criticise him as well for not experimenting during the Nations League when you could, or
He played Stones. He played
now.
Carl Walker.
Now.
What are you
Not
doing?
why, why
should
are
be
these
done by
first
now.
time now? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it don't make sense.
Playing 33-year-old right backs who's in the Champions League semi-final, quarter-final against Real
But
Madrid.
that's why
him?
Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield in the first game was largely celebrated by me as well. I thought it was the right decision, and I thought it was a good decision. But I'm not on £5 million a year from the FA.
Is he on £5 million?
£5 million.
Make it make sense, man.
But
when those 3 players came on, you just thought I was like, "There's nothing's going to happen here. Nothing's going to change." You saw Ollie Watkins go through, and that was a great run, and actually saw an improvement in Bellingham's mannerisms, and he seemed much more excited about playing with these players with a little bit more pace than he was with Harry Kane.
But I'm
before
sorry,
him.
Flav. Whatever
But
you
you knew nothing was going to
Harry
happen.
Kane- to see
regardless of whether he's injured or like
He should be on
whatever,
the pitch.
Harry Kane, when you'll need a goal against Denmark, there is just no justification for taking Kane
Unless
off in that.
he really is not
No,
fit.
if he's look,
He said about
Booth,
the- he
no,
said about
absolutely, Booth.
playing
If
time. He did
Booth,
say about
if he's
playing time.
injured, if the recurrence of the back injury is a problem, if he needed a rest, completely different. If it's purely tactical, I don't care. England need a goal. Harry Kane.
The only justification is if the player coming on is as world-class as Harry Kane.
Oh yeah, of course.
If it's Wayne
yeah,
Rooney.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or Michael. Ollie Watkins. That's where we are in this tournament. This tournament is slowly making me realise we're closer to 2012 than we were in 2006, for example. We talk about the golden generation. We're actually closer to that 2010, 2012 period of time, 2014. I think below Foden, Bellingham, Kane, Saka, we've got a very limited squad.
I disagree, mate. This is so not like 2014.
National teams have had 22 great players, though, and England have closer to that than many of them.
Yeah.
I worry about the drop-off. I do worry about the drop-off.
In what position, though? Apart from, look, the drop-off from Kane to anyone is going to be severe. But,
yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
But equally, remember, Ollie Watkins in that position isn't the only option. Like there is a
we talk about the squads too much, Rory, in my opinion. I think a Spain fan would say our starting 11, we should be able to compete with anyone in the world. Portugal, Argentina, Brazil. Why we always get obsessed with all these squads and rotations. The best 11 for Germany won in 2014. They were the best 11. They played almost every other game. It's a small, close.
Yeah, but the best 11.
It's like, come on.
The best 11 that we've tried to go with hasn't delivered, which is why we're now in a situation where he's either picked the wrong 11, which I think he has in two crucial positions actually, but we now don't know what our best team is.
Why are we looking down our noses at Eze though?
Because he's not as good as Cole Palmer and he's not as good as Phil Foden. It's not. I don't think we are.
He just doesn't. He's a fantastically talented player.
No.
I don't have to sound
Every is one of my favourite players in the Premier League.
Where he could easily play. I think his conversations.
But if he was playing at Liverpool, if he was playing at Liverpool, he might have had Champions League experience over the last 3 years.
If he played for most of these teams, like
but he's been playing for Palace.
My point here. Sorry, I'm making my point badly. My point here is like when you see teams win it, they don't always have. All right, maybe the Spain team's an outlier, but they don't always have 12 players.
No, but you can't have 4 players from Crystal Palace.
But their form.
You can't have a Crystal Palace. You like
their expectations are different at these type of clubs, man.
You can't have 4.
He's okay with losing the ball.
Yeah,
3 or 4 times.
If you're playing for Palace, absolutely, Hugh. If you're playing for Palace, you try and take a geezer on, and you're playing away at Luton, and you give the ball away. It's kind of minor because a point at Palace.
The manager sets the standards, and that's where the standards should be set for the nation, not the club that you play for.
No, but his experience.
So you can have a little bit more risks when you're playing Jack Grealish at Villa. Take a few more risks when you play for Villa, but when he's playing for Man City, he's very much more.
Obviously, if Eberechi Eze had played 3 seasons for Liverpool, he'd be a different player.
That's why the Grealish example is a great example. Grealish plays against low blocks all his life, and definitely, I'm always going to sit here and say he's had a poor season for City, but he knows what he knows playing against Denmark way better than Eze. Way better than Eze.
Agreed.
It's not about Eze. Eze could be in there with Grealish.
Eze will learn,
Bowen, Eze,
Watkins,
life. There's so many in there. You think, fucking Ivan Toney. He's not going to kick a ball.
No, because also I believe, and I don't even think it's a wrong decision. You know, if England do have a situation where Watkins isn't the answer and Kane goes off injured, he'll play Foden or Palmer as a false 9, don't you think?
Yeah, and I've seen a few things on Twitter saying maybe it should be Bellingham as a false 9. Push the wingers up like Vinicius and Rodrigo.
Do you think there's a world in which when we all settle down here on Tuesday night to watch England, that he's going to just do it, go for the jugular, get it? No.
Also, I think, you know how Gahey's the only man that seems to be performing?
Yeah, he's shining, man.
I think that comes down to, again, like, he's new. He's got fresh ears. He don't care about the past with Southgate.
Wicked player.
I think a lot of people a lot of people within the squad are just, the Southgate thing's run its course, man. Like, the message ain't dropping.
It's because he's forgotten that he's a bad manager. And I'm being serious here. I think it's very important.
I think that's okay, man.
To remember who you are in life, right? We've all got our limitations. You've got to acknowledge them. He needs to forget tweaking and tactic. He just needs to be the guy to G everyone up and unity and happiness in the camp. Stop trying these inverted fullbacks.
He's taking a leaf out of Zidane's book. Someone like, he's not Zidane, of course not, but Zidane won the Champions Leagues he won by playing Cruz and CDM, Ronaldo off the left. You know, he played everyone. It was the most basic setup ever. Very, very strong side.
Ancelotti is probably the best example in that sense. Like,
get your best players playing well.
Heitner's a great example of that as well. Just play the best players in their right
Hope for the best and get the best players on the pitch and on the ball. Do you know what I mean? Get Phil Foden. So play Declan Rice, your best midfielder your 3 best midfielders at your disposal are Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden. Make life really easy, man. 2 and 2 makes a Christmas cake. Take those 3 players, they're your 3 best players. Put those 3 best players in the team.
That's not going to stop when England go 1-0 up. This brother goes, let's sit back.
No, he has to stop because he has to go 2. He has to learn from that. He has to go 2-0 up.
He hasn't.
Because this perpetual England go 1-0 up and then shrink.
It seems bizarre that it actually happens every single time.
Everywhere. It happens all the time.
These are players, the majority of them that... Sorry, go on, Flav.
Well, I just know it must be structural from Southgate.
Of course it is.
But we had a similar situation with Conte where we'd go one up, and then it was like, right, we have to defend this with all our lives, and it's like, and then we would sit back and try and counter. And Kane's like saying, this isn't coming from Conte. We don't know how to be any better.
Winners. Yeah,
and he also said the same. He said we don't really know when to press and when not to press for Southgate.
that's managerial though.
It's worrying when you hear stuff like that because it must come
the
from
triggers. When do we go? When don't we go? You see Liverpool do that so effectively, didn't you? You see Arsenal do it at the moment.
All the best teams in the Premier League can do it really well and seemingly without effort, but it's years in the process.
No, it isn't, because these players have been playing and doing that effectively for their clubs. All you really need to do as England manager, it's so easy. You have to go to Declan Rice, right? See what Mikel Arteta tells you to do. Do that, my friend. And then you go Jude Bellingham. See what Ancelotti says.
And that's what's so alarming. These are all amazing footballers who are playing awfully for England. Like Kane has just come off a 44 goal scoring season. Unreal. Bellingham is considered one of the best. Saka, one of the best players in the league.
World.
Yeah, exactly. All of them, world, right? And Foden, one of the best players in the world. And all of them look like shadows of what they play for their clubs.
Are you with us Are you watching England with us on Tuesday?
No.
No? Well, you got something better to do?
Yes.
You got something better to do, yeah?
Yeah. No, genuinely, I'm going to sit down with my old man and watch it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
bring him along.
He's getting on now, and he ain't got many World Cups in him or Euros in him. So.
That's a spirit.
I like that spirit, though. I don't want to watch England for many tournaments, to be honest. I might have to leave football. I mean, it's so bad, isn't it?
One of his last tournaments with Southgate must be quite impressive.
Yeah, he better last.
It could be.
This can't be the end.
Wow.
Southgate could have 2 games left.
Hungarian clash with the Scottish keeper. One of them is almost out cold, it looks like.
Oh, what player was? Oh, was it?
Hungarian
was it
guy
Buvey?
Looks like he might be in trouble. Stretcher.
The funny thing, I'm taller than him as well.
Was it?
That's how big I am.
Mate, when he came on, I did think of you.
Yeah. But remember, I'm taller than him in real life.
So that's how big you are.
That's how big I am.
Yeah, because that is a man mountain, and you're bigger
Taller
than
than who?
You know that
The Hungarian striker.
Hungarian number 9 is Buvey.
The guy who's jacked and
American
incredible
football
football.
Jacked and incredibly handsome.
No, not me. I meant the footballer on the screen.
Yeah,
That's what I was
the
talking
American
about.
footballer player, innit? That came on. He looked wham.
So currently Scotland are out. They have to score a goal.
And Switzerland are currently top of the group. But Germany just had a header over the bar from
They're
Kai Havertz.
currently third in the group, but I don't think 2 points
I like
is going to
Germany's
see them through, is it?
No, 2.
Yeah, it's
they're
one of
out.
the best, that.
They're out. 2 points. It's better than
Reminiscent
last
of their
year.
old one,
Last time.
isn't it?
Yeah, with the sort of Z cross thing, the lightning strike or whatever.
I think the Scots have got to be absolutely proud of what they've achieved, because last tournament they got 1 point. This tournament they got 2. It's double. It's fantastic.
2 as it stands. Could
Yeah, as it
still
stands, they've
lose.
got 2 points. Next tournament in 2035, they'll get 4 points.
Do we want Germany to
100%
hold on
improvement every
just
time.
for this-
Progression, progress.
Just for like
Trust the
Spain
process.
Italy game.
Just so
Do we
we can
want
get
Germany
that.
to do we want Switzerland to hold on so we get to see Germany against Spain or Italy?
Yeah, knock them out
I
early.
think from England's perspective, you want Germany
Oh,
winning
this
this
looks
group.
really serious,
Yeah.
man. They've
a shame.
brought out these like plastic sheets to cover the player up because something's happened to him.
Which players that's been covered?
Hungarian.
Hungarian.
Yeah.
And as a
And a penalty check.
Oh, it's not ideal, is it?
Did you see this happening, lads? I don't know if you saw it.
They went up. It's a clash of heads.
Oh, it's a clash of heads.
keepers up.
But he looked like he was in a bad way.
Yeah, Hungarian guy's not looking good right now.
The other Scottish player that was down, so it's just the Hungarian fella that's down.
Sad, isn't it?
Does anyone know what player it is?
No.
No.
No, they're covering him up because they don't want us to see. He might have had, I don't know, something happened to him.
Yeah, there's no point even trying to.
So I've never seen that.
what's
I've
happened
just
to him?
never seen that before. Where they,
The sheet.
yeah, they
Bit
bring
like
out
horse
sheets
race,
to
don't
cover the
It's
guy up.
kind of like, what do you remember with Ericsson? They sort of made a ring around him.
Yeah.
Oh, there was. Wait, so the
yeah.
keeper's clattered his own player? There seemed to be 2 potential penalty checks because there was one trip as the ball went in that wasn't involved in this clash. And then the Scotland keeper from the first replay takes out his own player. Don't know if his knee catches the Hungarian fella on the way through. They obviously won't show a real close-up of it because it's probably grim.
Yeah, this one's not a replayer.
Like they just showed that far-away replay, which... Yeah, it's probably
That
a
was
bad
bad
hit
enough.
there. So the Scotland game could have a lot of added time to it so far. It's been stopped for 2 minutes. Switzerland, Germany still going on.
This is crazy.
Germany
Man.
pushing.
What,
For a
Germany?
To come second. I can't believe it.
After the great start as
I'm
well.
going to need a wee
But
about
Switzerland are good, innit?
5 to 10. I might need a wee.
No, you can go as soon as Rory's back. Or you can go, well, I mean, you can go
Rotate in and
now,
out.
you're an adult,
We can do
but-
3 man.
Oh,
Germany!
got-
Oh,
got
what a
chance.
block!
Oh, wow.
Oh,
What a block!
What
wow.
a little block that
How
is.
did he
Who
not?
was that?
It feels like Swiss are going to do it.
That was a huge block.
20 minutes is long, though, in Germany.
Yeah.
Long amount of time told on 1-0.
They don't need it, though, do they?
Who?
Like Germany, it's not like they,
They do.
need to
I think
win the
they- I
That
think
is
they'll
a
think
massive
they'll
block.
We come top.
Yeah, they will. But it make a great deal of
that
difference.
Kanji?
I don't think.
Is
I
he
feel
number
they
5?
fancy themselves against anyone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
Is that Kanji?
I
Is he
don't-
number
I
5?
can't see.
I think it is. Big block by Kanji.
That's crazy, man.
Still stopped in the Scotland-Hungary game. It's been about 3-4 minutes now. Scotland still need a goal to go through, but it doesn't
both-
seem to be, obviously, for obvious reasons, the most important thing right now.
Xhaka, constantly.
What a player, man.
Yeah, he's there. Captain, fantastic.
I think they've got a chance next season of doing the Champions League. You know, being one of those sides that kind of arrive, a bit like Porto with Mourinho. They arrive in the Champions League with that momentum, and they smash sides out of nowhere. I think they could have a run, maybe.
I mean, you'd like to think so if they've gone.
You talking about Leverkusen?
Leverkusen
Yeah,
in the Champions League next
invincible.
season. If Bayern are faltering, Real Madrid are going to be there and thereabouts. Man City, maybe Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal would do a run.
Switzerland
Yeah.
as
Due a
well
run.
will get second place. If they finish top of the group, will get second place from England's group, which would be Denmark or Slovenia or Serbia, assuming England were to go through top.
Still down.
So that's like a good opportunity for them to get through. I'd fancy them against Serbia. I'd fancy them against Slovenia.
Switzerland.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Denmark's a
yeah.
different story. It's a bit more even.
But you didn't say that against club.
I'd probably still have them going through against Denmark as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're looking at potential last eight.
They're due. In the knockouts, anyway. They've got a good squad, man.
So we are getting back underway. There's no penalty.
What have they meant? Was
I
he?
didn't see where the player went. Like,
There he is, Adam.
no, that's not.
That's
fella.
the old. That's the.
He's the unit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buvey. Adam. Come on, Hungary.
Got like accents above his A's. I wonder how he pronounced
Adam.
Adama.
Adama.
Do
I
you-
might start calling you Adam.
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 Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Don't sound that
Fine, yeah.
enthusiastic about it.
Look at him go. That's what you want.
Yeah,
That's football.
I might
That
call
is
you-
football.
I might call you Flav, like Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
He don't give a damn.
Flav.
Yeah.
Flav.
Yeah, I'll call you
Oh.
Flav.
Or Flavio Briatore.
Yeah. Yep. We had that.
How is the player? Do you know?
Who? Flavio Briatore?
No, whoever just got.
He's on
The
contract.
last we've heard is he's unconscious, so that's not.
What do you know, Jack?
What do you-
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Our producer has got a real attitude.
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days. I don't know
He's
what's
coming
happened.
here. He's actually.
Have you
stink-
noticed that, Hugh?
What he's made a really
no.
uncomfortable atmosphere to work with it.
No, he's a real pleasure to work with.
Do you find that?
Yeah, I
think
do.
he's a
I do.
nutter. He's turned into the original nutter.
I used to really like.
No,
Why don't you
cagey
just
affairs. A lot of
step
steak
across
here,
the camera,
Buvey.
mate.
A lot
Here
of
he is.
steak.
Why is it a church mouse in here?
Is your mate?
Who?
Big Adam's on.
Adam.
He's not my mate.
Yeah, he is.
I'd batter him, mate.
No. He's more of an athlete.
Go on.
He's bigger than me. I'm bigger than him.
No, you're bigger than him, but he's more of an
He's
athlete.
bigger than you.
Oh,
Feet,
what a
quick
feat.
feet.
That Shabbos what a pass.
Why
Oh!
has he done that? Why has he not just spanked?
Just blaze it. He's got a
What
ping
are
on
you
him as
doing?
well. Just blaze that into the opposite corner.
He knows what women's feet.
Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah.
That's why he's a really good footballer.
Yeah, size
He's
8.
got women's
size
feet.
8 feet.
Size 6.
No, no.
Your
size
size.
6.
Your size.
Yeah, he's got
No,
women's
I'm,
feet.
I'm size 9 or something, like most,
You're not
most men.
9. You're not 9.
Yeah, like most
What
men.
do you mean? Okay, right.
Yeah, you know.
So they would when he was
He's got
growing,
tiny feet. That's why he's so good.
They'd make him wear boots smaller than his actual.
Yeah.
So they've deformed him. So
They've
yeah,
deformed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
Do
way.
you know in...
Ronaldo did that, didn't he?
Wrapping the feet is.
Yeah,
been
they
a
did it
thing.
in... Yeah, they made
Chinese
China.
Chinese.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
culture,
Ronaldo
right.
did
It wasn't
when he was
quite
a kid,
that
didn't he?
because that's the difference.
He wears 2
Yeah.
sizes too down, doesn't he? Ronaldo.
Yeah, you know,
But they reckon he can strike the ball at the centre of it with smaller feet.
Yeah.
you know, Genghis Khan used to do that.
Yeah, he was into that, wasn't he?
You can't find him anywhere, you know. He hid his own burial ground, and the 8,000 people that buried him, they all.
Was that,
They sworn to
is that the story
secrecy.
where they got gassed? Like in the.
You know, if you,
Didn't let them
I
out. They
think
made
so.
them finish the construction and then basically killed them where they were working.
you know, if it wasn't for Genghis Khan dying when he did, bearing in mind he had nearly
I thought that
conquered
was
Europe,
someone else.
we would potentially be speaking Chinese now. Genghis Khan took over almost the entire
I
world.
swear that was the first Chinese emperor, and I don't know the name.
There's a lot of.
Wait,
No,
It's Genghis Khan.
unless Genghis Khan did it as well.
No,
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
I've heard a similar story about.
He's got like 10 million
another
relatives, you know.
Chinese
Yeah.
10 million descendants right now
Yeah,
living.
he used to love sex.
was a bit of a player, wasn't he, back in the
Loved the
day?
girls. And
I think you're related, Rory.
and if you met,
I think I can see
no,
you
you got
conquering
it
half
wrong.
of
The
Europe.
girls love me. He loved the. I've managed to find one that actually did, but that's literally it. He used to boil you as well if you messed with him.
Good.
No, that's what he would. That was
What happens to the player, by
get
the
a big
way?
pot, put it on
He's
fire,
off. He's been taken
chuck
off.
you in it.
No penalty.
Still unconscious. No penalty. No.
But where's my man? Come on, Adam.
Come on, knock the Scots
The
out.
player that went
terrible
off was
pass.
Barnabas Varga, by the way. It's weird as well because the replay doesn't seem to be any contact.
Oh, well, you've been watching it, have you?
Yeah, and like a lot of people are saying, it's like there doesn't seem to be contact with the keeper, so it's really
How many times have you
unusual.
watched it?
Barnabas Varga. I haven't watched it many
Oh,
times.
right, okay.
What are you? Some sort of copper?
Well, I'm wondering why he wants to watch people getting injured constantly.
Jeremy Paxman out
Are you
of
into
it.
that?
Buvey called me a journalist today, so you know.
No, he didn't.
No, I said you're the
No, he
opposite-
didn't.
the
He said,
literal
he said you have no journalistic
I've got to
integrity.
live up to it.
Yeah, but Buvey actually in that exchange, Buvey actually went for the jugular. You have no journalistic
But play the
integrity.
victim. But play the victim at the same time.
No journalistic integrity. That's a wicked angle to go down. Yeah, look, I can debate this, but I can't debate it with you because you have no journalistic integrity.
Scotland through.
No.
My score!
No.
No.
Oh, wow.
That,
That
like
has
a
to be a penalty.
That looked like a
That's a
penalty.
fucking penalty.
That has
That's outrageous.
no.
He's just like, no, it ain't. Nah. What, you lot want a penalty? No.
Flav, it's not a penalty. Move
has
on
to
with
be a
your
penalty.
life. It's not a penalty.
Flav, if there's something you should do, it's move on with your life. Like that is not a penalty.
Yeah, I can. Do you know what? I can move on.
Steve Clark, he needs to move on with his life.
It's not a pen, lads. Let's just move on.
That was a
think it
pen.
No, it's not a pen.
First
Scotland are
impressions
out.
were that's a pen.
Scotland are out.
All right, I will move on then.
2 points. They doubled 2021.
No, we need to
Congrats
see that
them.
again.
Yeah,
We all
show us
need to see
again.
that again.
It was
That was a
like-
penalty.
Well done.
First impressions were the player cleaned him out.
Took him out from behind.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pen.
I think he touched the ball, but that's just my opinion.
You couldn't actually see though.
No,
really.
I saw it from here.
I had a perfect view of that. I literally had the angle. No penalty. I want
You got a great seat, Royce. You don't have to twist your neck or nothing.
Mate, don't worry
I have to
about
keep
me.
twisting my neck.
Mate, twisting your neck.
I do like that.
No, but mate, you don't exactly have to be an owl. You just turn. You just look left
I
and
have to do a
right.
90-degree twist like that.
Yeah, but that's the gift of the neck.
Huh?
Wait, we're
That's
having
the
a look
gift.
now. McTominay gets the ball through.
TV's going off. Oh, you can see that. Sorry.
No, he
That's
couldn't
a
put the ball.
pen.
That's never a penalty.
That's a penalty.
No,
That's a penalty.
No, look, the
All day
player.
long,
Watch.
that's a penalty.
No, he doesn't.
Bang.
That's a penalty.
It's a
What a joke.
Never.
That's a penalty.
That's a stone
Correct
wall.
decision, ref.
Soft.
Stonewall.
It's soft,
Never.
Flav. It's soft.
Robbery.
It's a
If
contact
that's
sport.
what any of our
Why
clubs,
don't
we're
you
all
grow
demanding
up?
that's a
It's a
penalty.
contact sport.
You grew up. It's just because
Scotland have been robbed here.
It's a contact sport, lads.
That was a penalty. Can we do a poll?
that was 100% a penalty.
You've got all the Scottish
Unit.
lads in the chat, so what can I say? You know what I mean? So
KK Sadidi said it's not a pen, it's a Swiss knife. Frank says that's a pen. And we've got a poll out now, so
I'm voting no. Was it a pen? They
Yeah, I'm
reckon.
gonna
or a
vote
club?
yes.
Vote no.
you can't vote on your own.
I
thing.
voted.
That's not democratic.
Look, I
Well,
voted.
actually, it is. I guess
Was it a pen?
you're
No.
allowed to vote. aren't you?
I voted no.
That is democratic, so you're allowed to do what you want, mate. I
Yeah,
guess.
mate.
No, it's fine.
What I do is between me and the ballot box.
Yeah,
mate.
exactly.
You
Private.
don't get to influence my vote.
We know
Private
how you'll be
information.
voting. Don't worry.
You don't get.
Oh.
You don't get.
Can you
don't
expand
get,
on that point?
Conservative.
Conservative.
Probably. Maybe even reform. Don't know.
Maybe reform.
Oh,
wow.
yeah, the new one. Reform.
Oh no.
Ask him about it. I don't know.
Mate, you can't be asking me. It's between me and the ballot box.
It's nearly time, isn't it? We've got a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks. All to
Couple of
play for.
By
weeks.
the 4th.
Are you ready for a Labour government?
Let's not do this.
Mate, you brought it up.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up.
It's not
Called Rory a Tory.
The poll says 59% think it was a penalty.
The rest are idiots.
But they're all Scottish fans. They all got their head in the sand.
I don't understand how it wasn't a penalty. He literally he took him out.
Yeah. I think Rory's opinion comes from the player kind of stopping and turning. But
Exactly.
that
He
shouldn't
looked for the
count.
penalty. He stopped.
That shouldn't
he stopped.
matter.
It came because he's Scottish. That's where you.
Rory's opinion comes from being an England fan.
Yeah.
No,
And-
no, don't
If that
try.
was Chelsea, you'd be livid.
No,
Yeah, you would.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah. If
don't-
that was Cole Palmer,
If
you'd
that
be
was,
furious.
I'm thinking of one of your rubbish strikers in the last 20 years.
no, don't try and gaslight
I'm
me.
questioning your.
No, you're gaslighting me.
Falcao, Shevchenko,
Stop gaslighting
Chris
me.
Sutton,
It was.
Mewtwo.
I'm questioning your.
Crespo, I think he's in there. I'm sorry. For the money, he is.
Mark Hughes.
I'm
Who
questioning.
said Mark Hughes?
Mark Hughes.
Mark Hughes, one of our best.
Buttons.
Oh, right.
buttons
Thank
do.
you. Sorry.
Jackson.
Sorry, that nearly got me.
Did you take Jackson
When you
as a
said
flop?
Mark Hughes, I'm nearly here.
Do you take Jackson? But it's not a flop because it's cheap and he's young.
Jackson's
You've
flop.
undermined your whole argument by saying Hernan Crespo.
What are you
Really
talking
have.
about?
Your narrative of him is spot on.
Offside.
When he came, his name was so much bigger than what he actually did deliver.
Good for
Yeah,
us, so big.
yeah.
No, I know, but that was in. It
Hernan.
was like when you say
Also,
Shevchenko scored that goal
no,
against
no.
Spurs. It's like
No, Shevchenko was
still
still that.
poor.
No, I'm
No, I
not.
know,
I'm
yeah.
not precious about this. Shevchenko didn't live up to the expectation. He was a flop. Fernando Torres was a flop. Hernan Crespo just wasn't a flop. It's misleading, honestly.
did you not want more out of his time at Chelsea?
Potentially, you can want more out of successful players, though.
Yeah, fine.
No, like Higuain is a flop. What are you looking at?
Sane slicing it wide.
I'm
for
too
25.
short. I can't see that telly.
Screen's
The telly, I've got to be like that. I've got to crane my neck. Look, I can do the old.
Watch this.
You've got 3 cushions.
He scored that against Sweden.
That's
remember?
unnecessary, mate. No, that's a booking. Jack.
I think your bollocks
Jack,
dropped out
Hugh
then as well.
Wizzy-
You lifted your legs
Hugh
up.
Wizzy, something needs to be done there. You've just given people a view behind the curtain. That
Someone
it's
else did that
completely
yesterday.
unnecessary.
It's called the fourth wall.
Yeah, don't break the fourth wall.
Who did
No,
that the other day?
Jack,
You said the
that's a
third
booking
wall the other day.
for
Yeah, but
Wizzy.
it was banter.
Who said it the other day about his pillow?
Mate, no, that's a booking for Adam.
Steven.
No,
That's a booking for Adam. Nobody needs to know.
Roars, it's not an issue, mate. You got 3 pillows. It's not an issue.
No, it was Ollie, your mate.
not
You
an
brought your mate
issue.
from Talksport over, Ollie, and then he started baiting up your pillows. Remember that?
It's not an issue.
No.
I want you
now
to be
you're-
comfy.
No, now you're in big trouble. Now you're in big
I
trouble.
want you to be comfy.
Yeah,
Did you just see the camera then, by the way?
I think the pillows are too thick anyway.
no.
Did you see?
What happened?
Did you see the camera shot then?
Oh, it's got the old Roman.
Oh no! So, Roven,
That's bad.
He's not on our side. He's not on our
I
side.
bought you a beer today, and you do this to me. All of you, hateful. You started this as well, Wizzy. You started this. No, you
Mate,
started
you
it.
started
opened
it
the
by
door.
getting
You
your
opened the-
knackers out on TV.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing your shorts too high. Yeah.
They're way too
Get them
high.
down, right?
What are you looking at?
Your shorts.
What are you looking at?
They're very tight.
You've got... Mate, it's because I'm svelte.
Come on,
This
Scotland.
conversation descended.
Yeah, your fault.
All of
All
this.
of
We need
you-
a McTominay shot
Jack,
on target. Let's go. Where is he?
Rotation.
Who's your MP? Labour? You're part of the world.
Mate,
Green.
where I live,
Yeah, yeah.
mate, it's a
trying
Tory
to think.
stronghold. Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it might be Bristol.
I'm
Switzerland on the attack here.
I'm Tulip. I'm Tulip. Who are you?
Switzerland are through 1-1.
What's tulip? Sorry.
Oh, what's a finish.
Switzerland 2.
Yes.
Germany 0.
What a finish that was. This is massive for
Oh,
Switzerland.
he's offside.
He's offside.
Oh,
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck VAR.
Fuck this guy,
Fuck
man.
this guy.
Twat.
Who are you, baby?
Goal.
Who is yours? I'm Tulip Sadiq.
I might. It's Labour.
Who though?
Are you talking about where I'm actually from or
No,
London?
no.
Bristol be like.
London's
Who's your-
Diane
who's your-
Abbott.
Are you Diane Abbott?
Maybe I shouldn't say that on
Mine's
live.
Khalid Mahmood.
I'm Tulip Sadiq.
Mine's Danny Kruger.
Freddy Krueger?
Danny Kruger.
No, that's a nightmare on
son
Elm
of.
Street.
Was that funny?
Yeah. Yeah, it was, mate.
Yeah.
Can we leave politics?
let's get back to the football. Then.
Sorry, lads. We won't talk about Keir Starmer ever again. Okay.
Yeah, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Uh,
I'm still convinced Scotland should have had a penalty, you know.
Yeah, it was.
No.
There's a
voted
stonewall
on
penalty.
they'll be
Right.
livid.
The stonewall
Twitter
penalty.
tonight. Go home tonight.
Sorry,
Put
that's
your feet up,
outrageous.
Get
How-
chamomile
what
tea
kind
on.
of
I need
decision
you
is
to text
that?
Shaban
Yeah, but-
right now.
Surely that is where we bring.
Honestly.
I'm lost as to
You
what's
get a
happened. now.
chamomile
Sorry.
tea on when you go home tonight. Put your feet up, take your socks off, and put your slippers on, and go on Twitter, Scottish Twitter tonight. Oh, it's going to be heaven. It's going to be heaven. They're going to zoom in on it. They're going to do TikToks.
What do you have to
They're going to do
type in
replay.
to find out? Scottish Twitter.
Just Scotland in the search bar.
Okay.
Scotland robbed. It'll be hashtag Scotland robbed. Like in 1586 or something
Scotland
like that.
were robbed. I feel like they have been robbed here.
Right. I'm texting Shaban Ahern now. Do you know what?
We should have got her on for one of these
Shaban's
streams.
over there, right? And she sent me a text and she was like, I'm over there until Scotland come home. Over there until Scotland are at the tournament. I'll send her a text now. Coffee tomorrow?
Is she in the game?
I'm
or is
doing
she
it on
working?
Twitter. I'm going on to Twitter right now.
Is she in the stadium?
She's at the game, yeah. When will we see
The big boy
your
national
light
anthem, innit?
again?
It's better than England's.
Who fought and died for the wee bit hill and glen?
Where's Grant Hanley these days? What's he up to? I thought he was
Going out of Europe.
He's going out of Euros, yeah.
Going out of Europe.
Feels like
He's a 3-pin plug on the continent. Useless.
I want to go home.
Talking about using old jokes. Yeah, okay,
About enough.
Pin plug.
3-pin plug on the continent. Don't work.
That is
Come on, the Swiss. This is great for us.
Come on, the Toblerone.
Southgate.
Shaban Ahern. Coffee in the morning.
I'm trying to think of any Do we know any Scottish people in the
Shaban, I'm tweeting her right now.
in the
James Allcott Sports Scotland.
Yeah, he does until they lose and he supports England for the rest of the tournament.
His dad's English and his mum's Scottish.
Yeah,
I love how you leap to his defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fucking mug my mate off.
It's like supporting Arsenal and Spurs. In a North London derby.
No, it's not.
If you
We've
saw a
had this
guy wearing a
conversation.
half and half shirt, if you saw a guy wearing a half and half Arsenal Spurs shirt in the FA Cup or something, you'd be livid. Come on.
That'd be sick. Most of us would, I think.
Could I ask people to like a tweet that I've just retweeted?
No.
I have to, because I need Shaban to see it.
Mobilise him.
I'm mobilising. There's a tweet to Shaban that has just been retweeted.
Unlike it.
Begging
Like
for
it.
likes.
Unlike
It's
it.
Come on.
necessary.
Chasing clout.
It's not chasing
Come on.
clout as such.
You're
It's
everything
just,
that's wrong
it's just
with the
making.
world.
It's trying to make life as uncomfortable for my
I want to
friends.
see how many likes he gets by the
Robertson's
end of
asked
the
for
stream.
Morgan. Huh?
Even
Say
if it
that
gets 20.
Yeah,
wanna
beg
see how
for
many-
likes on this,
Like
not
for
on
it.
your tweet.
I'm not
bro.
liking it.
Yeah.
Do it, man. Beg
What
for
do you mean,
likes on
no?
this.
Like it right now.
No, I don't engage with your tweets.
What do you mean you don't get? Right, I'm
I've
unfollowing
had
you.
Rory
I'm
muted
unfollowing
since
you right now.
2016.
I'm going to half.
That's not a joke.
Yeah, he does mute me because sometimes when I see him at whatever, like socially, I'll mention something on Twitter. He's like, "Oh no, I don't see that."
No, I followed you and muted you within 10 minutes.
Can you tell someoe's muted you?
No, I send Flav
can
a
you-
tweet
can you
about
sense
once a
it?
week.
Oh, you
What
can
are you trying to
you
say?
could probably sense it.
Someone came up
if
to
like
me,
you're
it's
quite
Liverpool
close
fan.
to him, like you are with Rory is with Flav, and he never likes any of your tweets.
Yeah.
Even like the ones where they're not about football. then
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
you
No, the
start
only
to think,
time I see Rory's is if Chelsea
quote-
look back.
Yeah,
Was it-
basically what I do when George Weah, when it's the anniversary of George Weah scoring a winner for Chelsea against Tottenham, I always quote the tweet and send it to Flav,
Yeah.
and he always sees that.
I've seen more
I do it on
Chelsea
Instagram as
goals
well.
versus Tottenham than any other team. It's always so early. It's like, why is he?
Because I
6:30?
basically go on Twitter when I wake up, and
Right.
then maybe when I go.
You
to bed.
tweeted me that
old
once.
fellas
You
do get up really early.
said, Buvey, you're online. You're on Twitter at 5 a.m. once. You said that to me.
No, you
Oh, what a
Granite
save!
Xhaka.
no, you are Twitter
Good
obsessed.
effort.
Me?
Yeah,
you
you-
tweet more than me.
No,
You do.
No.
You got more tweets than me.
Yeah,
Million
you're,
percent.
Buvey, you're muted as well, by the way.
Jack,
Adam's
cancel this
the only
guy's
one.
contract.
Adam,
Guy-
we don't follow
Jack-
each other, but
Jack,
we
cancel
should-
this
we
guy's
should
contract.
never.
Follow any of
We
them.
should never.
Jack-
You wouldn't follow him, no.
Jack, cancel
Adam
this guy's
isn't.
contract.
You're not muted.
I'm not even
mate.
followed by Hugh.
Nice
Because I
one.
respect
Nice
your
one.
opinions
Nice
about
one.
stuff.
Yeah.
These two.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I've muted you, but
Yeah, no,
nice one,
fair,
nice
fair.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. I'd mute me. I'd fucking hate me.
Yeah, I had to meet the Spurs agenda, man. It was just winding me up.
Spurs agenda.
Well, I'm
Honestly.
muted as well.
No, I'd never mute you.
Oh.
It's a shame that you muted me.
Totally
I can't hear about it.
It'd be nice to get a follow back from everyone around this table. That's what I think.
I
but-
follow you.
Huh?
I
do
follow
follow.
you.
No,
I do
that's
follow you,
fine.
Boo.
No,
double check
everyone around this table.
Buvey,
I'm
it says
unfollowing
you
you
follow
after
each
today.
other.
Why?
Well, I stopped.
I think you got your head in the sand. That's what I
I
think.
stopped replying to your tweets because you went.
Also, Buvey, you've
Why are
done
you
more
so
tweets
obsessed
than me.
with
Buvey,
Why are
you've
you
done
so?
more.
Why are
did
you
I say
so?
that?
Why are you so obsessed with me?
When did I say that?
I don't know. I kept digging you out. I was like, oh right, I thought we were mates.
Buvey, you've done more
Really not.
tweets than me.
No, I've not.
You have. You've done 4.1 thousand.
Flav's one of them geezers. that If you send him
41,000.
something on Twitter, he makes you
4.1
feel like you're on Twitter too much.
How many have you done?
Don't
I
send
don't know,
nothing.
but I haven't done 4.1
Check on
thousand.
your account.
Your
now.
engagement
Doesn't
is
tell me
insane,
on my
though.
own.
I'm
Get
going on
some
your
good
account.
engagement.
I'm going on your account then.
I already follow you.
Okay, I'll follow you, Ross. You're my
You-
first follow.
Stop like,
You've
Yeah,
already followed me.
Shoppers lies in. Good save by the keeper. Oh.
It feels like it's over.
10 minutes added on in this Scotland game, though, so there's 9 minutes left of that. We could get, if we could get a Scotland goal, Scotland are through.
Jack, 10 minutes.
Mate, Jack,
Right,
10 minutes.
10 minutes, Jack.
Jack, you know we got that issue, yeah?
Yeah, that issue. I'm going to need toilet in about 8 minutes.
Oh, what a save!
What, are you going to miss your train? Yeah?
I've got a cab at 10 o'clock that I'm not. I have to be.
I think we can make you miss that.
No, please don't.
No, you don't get paid unless you see out the entire game.
You get paid.
I don't know what you've been agreed, actually.
What's
Jack, what have you sorted out for this?
Jack, you said this was good for my profile.
And all of us are muted you on Twitter.
It's not that either. It's not good for your profile.
How many?
The other day you did sponsor the show, though. You were our sponsor.
Yeah, no, I did got nothing off that.
Flav.com.
Oh, yeah, go. Look, it's over.
Oh! Still alive, the dream, still alive. Come on, Scotland.
Hungary should have had about 4 or 5.
Come on, Hungary. I want that big geezer to score.
Are you hungry like the wolf?
I love that.
Rory, you've tweeted 99,000 times, mate.
What?
I obviously haven't
I'm not
tweeted
showing you.
99,000.
I can't believe it.
Mate, you've tweeted 4 points. I checked how many
99,000 tweets into the wind.
No.
Okay, pissing into the wind you are,
No, mate.
All
you
about
tweeted
Chelsea.
4.1 thousand.
Jesus.
Scotland on the
You might
attack.
as well just write a book and sell it on Amazon.
Oh, fuck
Look,
it.
4.1 thousand would
You
actually...
should do that. Why do you, have you ever thought of doing that?
Shabbos lie.
Nobody
A
would read
book.
it.
They would.
Oh!
Ref.
Is that a penalty?
That's a free kick.
Is that a
That's
free
a
kick?
foul.
No, not after the pen.
That's a foul,
After
mate.
the pen, yeah, not after the pen.
Hugh.
You can't call for that after the pen.
Yeah.
Can
Anyway,
everybody follow
as
my...
for
Come on,
you're still not
Scotland.
forgiven for breaking
Come
the
on,
fourth
Scotland.
wall.
Hey, ref!
You're still not forgiven for breaking the fourth wall.
Listen, mate, they
Wizzy.
saw it.
Wizzy.
They worked it out.
No,
Yes.
you did it. You broke the illusion.
Oh, no,
it was
Germany
an
have
illusion.
equalised.
It was an illusion.
Who's
that you
that?
broke.
Fulcrum.
Oh.
Fulcrum.
Is that his
It was
third
my
goal of the
tip.
tournament?
Fulcrum from the tips.
Was
man.
it a donkey?
It was my tip
For what?
for top goal scorer of the tournament.
What does that mean? That means Germany are back top.
Fulcrum has 2 goals. That's
Germany
the
are back
second.
top.
These guys
Yeah,
are
there you go.
shit.
See, 2 out of 3, mate. Flying, banging them in, pinging them in.
Adios,
Why has he got no
Scotland.
tooth in his head?
Adios. Adios, Scotland.
Adios, Scotland. Auf Wiedersehen, pet.
What were you trying to shamelessly plug a minute
Yeah,
ago?
yeah. Can I have the camera, please?
What for?
I've only got...
No.
I need some
No,
Instagram.
after
On my Instagram.
everything you've done today, no.
I need to monetize
No,
it.
after everything you've done today, no. You don't get that. Also, if you leave early, you're definitely going to do that. So you
Flav,
make a decision.
Can I have the camera again, please?
No. Cut to
Flav, you called your
Buvey.
own name
Cut
out.
to Buvey.
Flav,
Cut to
understand-
Buvey. Jack, cut to Buvey. Here you go. Okay, now Flav can talk. Cut to Buvey, but Flav's allowed the mic. Okay, go.
And you try and mime him.
Flav,
And you mime it.
Flav_Bateman on Instagram. I've
No,
got
I'm
about
not minding
4,000.
that. I'm not
I've got
minding
about
that.
4,300 followers. It's not enough.
No, it's more than
How many
enough,
have you
I'd
got?
say.
No brands coming in. I've
I'd
got to
say-
check this guy out.
How many have you got?
Mate, you're all over the gaff. Mate, you're all over the gaff. You're on everything.
Not on Instagram
Mate, you're mates
anymore.
with Ray Rooney. Although you made a pig's ear of that.
Cheers.
How many followers have you got on Twitter?
Germany top of the group again.
What are you doing, mate?
35,000.
Mate, we're on the edge of glory here.
Come on, Scotland.
So you're saying you've
man.
tweeted
Where's
99,000
McTominay?
times about
No.
Chelsea?
You've tweeted
That's
4.1 thousand. I literally checked, mate. 4.1 thousand.
You've tweeted 99,000 times about Chelsea. It's crazy.
Mate, football focus, mate. Now, please.
Got 5 minutes. Scotland, Hungary. They're out.
Come on, Hungary. Big
Scotland
Adam.
are scoring, you know.
We need Big Adam to score.
Mate, would this be a
Scotland won
huge...
Hungary nil's got a ring about it for one of their famous results.
Yeah, yeah. If Scotland score in the lot, this would be
Yeah.
huge.
Top-
Someone
Two points.
They'll
goes
be
down.
singing about it in 40
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
Extra million for-
Archie Gemmell, innit?
That's
Yeah.
2 million in total we'll get.
Hungary, bottom of the group. 1 point.
They've pretty much dominated.
Says
So
everything about
this means
qualifying,
Scotland
doesn't
go through, does it?
Oh,
No.
No.
2 points.
No, they've got 2 points.
Nah, they need to win this game.
They've got to win.
But wait,
Someone
what
said
Hungary
there's a
on?
chance
How many
they go
points
through
Hungary
with
on?
2
One.
points.
So that
A
means
lot
they go
of
through
results
with-
Yeah,
have
but
to
they
go
have to
their
be a
way.
best place third finish. There's 2 teams that
Right,
won't
right,
qualify.
And do you think 2 is...
They barely scored a goal.
Scotland
as well.
not go through with
man.
2. No.
Two's not enough, definitely.
Surely.
If you go
I know
through
Adam
with
said
2,
it
what's
could,
the
but
point?
Yeah, it's realistically it's not.
It's a
They need a
free-for-all.
lot of results to go their way.
You might as well let everyone in. Anyone in can play this tournament if you
think
go
you
through
We'll
2
do
points.
politics.
But it improves, it improves the quality of the games. Though.
All right,
They're
big
more fun to
Nige.
watch.
All right, big night.
No, it's just like if they go through with 2 points, like what world are we live in? It's
Yeah,
not a
but Booby,
tournament.
it's
not a tournament.
It's made the games are more fun to watch.
It's not fun. If Scotland go through with 2 points, it's an
I don't think they can
embarrassment
go through
of
with 2.
national proportion.
Yes, it is. Big Adam, where are you?
Didn't someone went through with 2 points?
Yes, terrible.
Did they?
I don't know if they did.
Yeah, that is poor.
I know
That's
Greece
it.
won Euro
That's it.
2004.
That's it.
They'd never won a
Germany.
game in a tournament.
Germany have
before.
drawn.
So they're top of their group.
That's
Germany.
good news. That's what we wanted.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Is it good for
That's
us?
what, yeah, it's
Yeah,
good for us.
that
It
is-
means
it
we're
is
not.
good for
It means that we won't play Germany until the final.
Except for the fact they could have been beaten earlier in the tournament.
In the last
Yeah.
Euros, all the teams that went through, 3 of the 4 teams that went through as third place teams had 4 points and one had 3 points.
All right.
So 2
They
means
won.
one.
Oh my God! He's not serious.
That was it.
Offside. Offside.
He's not a serious Don.
No, he's
sorry.
not.
What are you
I could have
doing?
told you that 20 minutes
Oh
ago.
wow!
Not a serious Don.
Oh, yeah, he's
Miles
Offside
off.
in the build-up, yeah.
No,
Not offside
no,
there.
he's
Gotta
not
hold your
offside
run.
there. They're
He was
all
offside.
there. What's he doing?
He's got to score that, regardless of whether it's offside or not. He's
Mate,
got
you
to
bank
score
on
that.
him scoring. He's got a good finish. You
Oh, he's
hit
at
the
the bar.
hit the top of the bar.
He's been
Poor.
fantastic for Man United this season as well.
Scored loads of goals for them.
Don't gaslight me again, Booth.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. He won the
Everyone
FA
stop
Cup.
gaslighting everybody.
Mate, at the beginning of this game, they did a compilation of goals that McTominay scored. There was some serious goals for Man
And
United.
Man United looked like we were stoked.
Oh, Yeah.
For everything
They're
forward,
out.
All right.
fly back to
About
Glasgow,
3
lads.
minutes and 10 seconds left.
I'd leave
Germany
now.
game's
What's the
finished.
point?
Germany top of the group. Switzerland are through.
I'd
in
fly back to
second
Aberdeen,
place.
lads.
Because even Scotland win, they can only get 4 points. So Scotland are playing for best of third place. Yeah.
Can you
Come
fly?
on.
This is it. This
Come
is
on.
it, lads.
Come on.
This is it. McTominay won.
Come on. Oh,
Oh my God,
Give it
no.
to McTominay.
My tweet's
No,
gonna
go
look
on,
very
go on.
foolish.
He's messed up.
Oh, what are you doing? Cross it in,
What's
mate.
it? Oh,
Throw in. They got a throw in from that.
Come
That's how
on.
bad they are. That's how
2
bad they are.
minutes,
Got a throw in from that.
45 seconds to go.
They got no
Armstrong
idea.
with the throw in. Scotland are pushing here. Hungary got a little bit of hope as well because 3 points could sneak you through potentially.
Yeah, 3 points you could sneak it.
Go
Oh
on.
my God,
Must
that's
shoot,
lovely
must
control.
shoot.
Go on.
Lovely
Got
control.
us back to goal.
Great control.
Oh my God, give it to
fucking
McTominay!
Oh my
McTominay! Oh, for
Go on, he's onside.
Oh my God, this is mental.
Why have you shot from there?
It's over, bro.
That was nuts.
that's it.
Can you fly back to Hibernian? What's it called? Hibernian.
Hibernian.
I thought you said Hertha Berlin.
Mate,
You fly back to Motherwell. Motherwell.
you must have heard of
Hold on a
Hibernian.
second.
Yeah, but I don't know how to say it. Hibernian.
Hibernian.
Can you fly into Hibernian Airport? That's what I'm
Hibernian.
wondering.
They call him the
Where are they
heebie-
going to fly
they're
to? I'm just asking.
they're the
Logistically,
heebie-jeebies.
where are they flying to?
Well, footballers are most of them.
Motherwell Airport. Air
No.
Lingus.
Do you think they're called Hibes? Is it Hearts versus Hibes?
Aberdeen Airport. Lads.
Most of them have probably flown.
Can you fly back to Hibernian?
See you
Hibernian.
later.
Come on, Scotland.
Peter Bucket
1
out
minute
with you,
and a
bro.
half to go.
Look at this. See you later, man. See you later. Adios.
You got eyeshadow on.
Auf Wiedersehen, they say in German. Did you say that?
What's
Auf
happening?
Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen,
Great
Scotland.
show that. Remember
Feed
that?
his own pet.
We're looking
It's a
for
great,
Lampard
great
too.
Tschüss, mein Freunde.
Oh,
No,
go on.
no.
Corner, it's a corner.
That's a pen.
Not a great chance.
No.
Couldn't be less of a
Look,
pen.
look,
No.
look, he's hurt. Oh, as if your stomach's
Yeah, his stomach hurts.
Hey, your hand.
Go down, go down.
That was stomach, definite stomach.
That was very. What was his
That's
name?
No, it's not.
That's not a pen. That's not a pen.
Oh, I
But he
don't
was
know.
very. What was his name? Stephen Taylor. Remember him?
Yeah, when he got injured. Like he was shot. Amazing.
Just kick the ball, you idiot.
Just kick the ball, you idiot. That's like great management. Just kick the
I reckon that's
ball.
what Clark said on the sideline.
Yeah.
Over.
Ref, blow the whistle for God's sake.
Auf
Still a minute.
Wiedersehen.
Come
Auf
on.
Wiedersehen,
Go on.
baby.
No!
Penalty.
Pen.
No,
Go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no.
go, break,
German penalty.
shoot.
Oh shit.
This guy's an
Terrible
idiot.
pass, man.
Yeah, play it in front of
Is
him.
this the big lad? Oh, what a ball.
Yes!
Oh no.
Go on,
Yes!
Hungary.
What
Oh,
a terrible
every time-
touch.
Hungry.
Take it in the corner.
Corner, corner. Yes!
No.
Yes!
The pain. Hungary have scored in the 100th
Auf
minute.
Wiedersehen, baby.
Yes.
That's Hungary through.
Oh my God.
That's
It
Hungary
could be.
through.
Also could be.
They've
Got
got
it
a
on 3
chance.
points.
They will be as
That is
one of
Hungary
the third
through.
place, right?
Hungary are basically that Jim
That's
Kelly
a
team
good
right
goal,
now.
man.
Hey, but dark horses. I said it.
Oh my God.
That's Hungary through.
Battered home and away, man. See you later, mate.
Mate,
See you later,
what a good
Angus
goal
Gunn.
that was.
Oh, Scott, what have you done?
Oh, what
See
a
you
good
later.
goal, though. The
Rod
break.
Stewart, Alex Ferguson.
Rod Stewart.
Who's the Scottish
Did you call him Ross?
Lulu.
Lulu. See you
Lulu.
later. Alan,
Rapsy Nesbitt.
Jamie Murray, Chris,
Iron Brew.
Andy Murray,
Judy, Judy Murray.
Judy Murray. She can go back to the tennis academy or wherever.
Judy Murray.
Fantastic.
Rod Stewart, put that in your pipe.
Oh, it's a beautiful
So
day for
Lumber.
football.
Oh my God.
Are
Mate,
they
they've
reviewing
imagine,
it?
mate, Hungary have scored from a Scotland corner.
Are they reviewing this?
Hungary have scored from a Scotland corner.
Is he off? He's off.
No.
I don't believe it. He's off. Is he off?
No, he's on.
He's on.
Level.
Oh.
Terrible touch. They got
Toenails.
so lucky.
Have you been clipping your toenails?
It was a perfect
It's hard to
touch.
tell because like it's
Perfect touch.
It was because it led to the goal. Don't matter. It don't matter for us.
Truly the wonderful.
Don't matter, mate. It don't matter. It's over.
Oh, mate, you're so
It's
obsessed.
over anyway because they're not
Mate, that
going to
was
win now.
brilliant.
But
Ewan McGregor.
That was a
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
Off you go.
McGregor. That is
Train spotting.
That is true. The guy, Travis, the band.
Travis.
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah,
Baby-
Susan
He
Boyle.
was there. He was there.
Susan Boyle.
Susan
Oh,
Boyle.
the woman's. Is he Scottish as well, Richard Gadd?
Yeah, Richard Gadd Scottish.
Yeah, he was at the
They're both
Scottish game.
They're both
A
Scottish.
Scotland game.
They're both Scottish.
Mate, I need a wee.
No.
Right, everyone, I need a wee. It's been great.
Enjoy your piss, mate.
No, Flav.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Okay, don't invoice us.
See you later, mate.
No.
See you later, man.
Should have this discussion on camera. It's
It's over. The Hungarians have done it.
Come on.
Hilarious.
Nice one, Flav.
That is hilarious.
Absolutely sensational end to the game.
See you, mate.
The Hungarians are through. They have managed to do it. They have stolen a victory in the last minute. They have scored from a Scotland corner.
And at the
cruel
moment, they
game.
are third in the third ranked teams, if you get my
So
drift.
it's looking very good for them.
So they're so
But
far.
they're through, aren't they?
But they're the only team with three
They only
games.
need 2 teams to finish below them.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
And they've got
of games
5
to
points.
play. There's a lot of games. That's true. They got 3 points.
Buvey thanks the Lord.
It's
And
a great day, man. It's a great day.
Imagine Hungary just went on and won it. Like didn't win any of their first 2 games.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen. No.
It'd be funny, though. Right?
Good. Greece, Portugal, you never know.
Greece, yeah.
Don't think you
Anti-football
can,
days.
can you include Portugal in that?
No, not Portugal. It's probably a bad example. But Greece, definitely.
Yeah.
Denmark on some level, but
No, this is quite a low-level game, to be quite honest with you, man. From what we've seen so far, these levels, I think Scotland actually have a couple of players who don't have a club.
really, yeah.
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 also, I'm looking at this through the lens of like supporting England. It's better for England because if Scotland played England, you know how up for it they'd be. I feel like,
If they go through, we're finished.
yeah,
You've nullified all our achievements. Yeah?
yeah, I agree.
We needed that.
Yeah, we needed that. Yeah, you are correct. We needed that.
do you mean
Huge, though.
nullified
Do
the
you know what? We have to give Hungary a huge amount of credit, don't we?
Do we?
They rode. Yeah, I think so. They rode the storm. They rode out the storm. They rode their luck.
I thought they got very
I
lucky.
thought they
They
got
did
lucky
get lucky.
against a
They did.
poor Scotland team. And this is the
Stonewall
Hungary
Pen.
side. We've been quite impressed with him. You know, in the past in the Nations League, etc. They had a good run.
Mate,
we
but
didn't
as
see any
Buvey-
of that in that.
As
round.
Buvey said, it wasn't a poor pass because it led to the goal. It wasn't a poor performance
Yeah.
because they won. Isn't that right, Boo?
Scotland
Solbach's a
are
hero.
perennial underachievers in world football. They talk about Celtic and Rangers. They can't even get out of the group. So, yeah, adios to them, I say. What can I say?
Massive though for Hungary. Probably it's got to be one of the biggest nights for them
Are
in
they,
recent
are
years.
they actually through, though, with
They might
the
not
3
be through.
points?
They're living in that limbo.
They are
land.
through. They are through.
Are they?
But,
Not
well, they've got
definitely.
5 points.
They got
They got 3
They got
points.
3.
No, they're not definitely.
They run 0, I think, before.
I reckon they're 50% chance through.
At the moment, they're ranked third of the third place.
Like all Austria, Slovenia, and Slovakia, haven't they not all got 3 points already?
Austria, Slovakia, Slovenia. No, Slovenia got 2 points.
Okay.
Then you got Albania and Czech Republic on 1 point. So that's how that goes.
There we go.
It's
So
a
a
shame.
bad night for old Chris
Graham
Boy,
Souness,
A great
Sean
night
Connery.
for England.
Irvin Welsh.
Billy Connolly,
Billy Connolly.
Kevin Bridges.
Yes, comedian central, isn't it?
He was the woman leader, SMP. What's her name?
Nicola Sturgeon.
Nicola Sturgeon.
Oh, yeah, she had a mad
Adios.
trim, didn't she? Mad trim.
Yeah.
It's been a beautiful stream, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
David
Make sure you
Tennant.
subscribe to the channel. David Tennant. Make sure
David
you
Tennant.
subscribe
Tenant
to the channel.
Super.
Robbie Burns.
Robbie Burns. Yeah. Anyone else from Train Spotting?
No.
Not
Let's
sure.
call it-
Shall I wrap, lads?
Alex Salmond.
I think we're going to wrap on Alex Salmond, which I never thought I'd say. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you very, very soon.